lawyer calls you first thing in the morning.
Yes, Scotty got in trouble this morning.
I have a feeling we'll be using the word allegedly a lot today.
It's that whole freedom of speech that everybody really believes they have and they really don't have.
He allegedly showed his best side to the bus driver this morning that was speeding down the road.
Wow.
Who did that?
I didn't think you saw me.
Allegedly.
I didn't think you saw me, Stephanie.
Man, it's already like you got to kind of, when you come around the corner.
I was taking the trash out.
If that's what the kids are calling it. But
yeah,
here's the thing: when you're selling drugs, you can't do it in the school zone.
Nobody was selling drugs. And you're right, the headphones do sound like considerably louder, but all of our stuff is the same.
I know, I didn't change them.
It's just odd.
The barometric pressure has went. Mike's the weatherman. He'll explain it. The barometric pressure went down. You yawned at the right time. That you coughed at the right time. That the proctologist your butthole and it made your ears pop.
Wow.
Well, you're going to a different one than I go to. Sounds like you get phone calls and lunch.
Stephanie
wants to go too now. She's like, I want my prostate.
Can you imagine Stephanie at the proctologist and she looks at the guy and says, "Hey, dude, wrong hole."
Oh my God. Oh.
And the guy says, "No, you're the wrong doctor."
Ouch.
Can you imagine Stephanie? Y'all were fixing to get mad at 7:46 in the morning. The guy lubes up, he starts to do it, and Stephanie goes, "You're doing it wrong."
That's right.
It's supposed to be 2 pinks and 1 stink.
You're supposed to put the lube on me, not on you. Wait a minute. Is that pizza flavor?
Stephanie looks back at the doctor and goes like this, "Let's rock."
Yeah.
And okay, and for people that are not watching the video, when like you throw up the devil horns when you go, "Let's rock." Stephanie throws up the shaka. "Let's rock, doc."
Shakaroo.
Ew.
So if we've not lost sponsors, we will soon. So listen, we wanted to we had several things that we wanted to talk about this morning. I wanted to address something before the 8 o'clock hour because
thank God you don't look good in a dress.
Some people. I was reading all these people on Facebook about the football player. Yeah. And I want to touch base on some simple truths that people are too fracking stupid to understand. When you're standing at a stop sign and you're unemployed, you can practice your freedom of speech. When you're off the clock and you're at Hooters drinking some beer, you can practice your freedom of speech. When you're buying some crack rock behind the Quick Trip on Salem Road, you can practice your freedom of speech. When you're pimp slapping your biatch, you can practice your freedom of speech. But when your dumb ass is slinging some hash browns at the Waffle House, serving up some food at the McDonald's, working at the Wendy's drive-thru, maybe washing a car, handing me my stuff at Burlington Coat Factory, working at Hobby Lobby, working at the Salvation Army, working at the Taco Bell, working at the Arby's with my giant beef and cheddar, working at the gym, or who cares what it is that you think you're doing. If you're punching the clock for the man, you don't have freedom of speech. Oh, you can try to practice your freedom of speech, but you may no longer be working for the system anymore because you're a bitch. When you're getting paid, you're like a hooker. You do what you're told and accept the cash. If you don't like it, move on down the road. There's a song, "Ease on down the road, brothers and sisters."
He's on down.
But as long as you are getting paid and you're at work, you don't get to practice your freedom of speech. Your freedom of speech is on your time and not the boss man's time. So I think we got that pretty damn clear. So my point is when people kept saying, "Oh, he's exercising his freedom of speech." No, he was at work. You call it football, but the bastard is drawing $21,000 an hour?
Yeah, $21.68 an hour for 24 hours a day.
There you go. So as long as his dumb ass is on the property of a football stadium, he's on the clock. So he don't practice his freedom of speech. You do what you're told to do. Get out there, run your little happy ass up and down the field, take that huge paycheck. Then when you get home and you're yelling at the MTV Cribs camera, practice your rights. Practice your freedom of speech. When you want to be Suge Knight and drive over somebody at a restaurant outside or whatever, you can practice your freedom of speech. But you can't do it when you're punching the clock. I mean, unless you got a cool boss, But when you're working with a corporation, it doesn't work that way. I can guarantee the owner of the 49ers is flipping the frisbee out right now.
Oh, yeah.
Because he probably was watching it from the booth and says, well, there goes that dude's Christmas bonus. I mean, you know, people, I am so sick and tired of people going, well, he's practicing his freedom of speech. You dumbasses, y'all don't even go really read what your freedom of speech really gives you. It doesn't give you all this stuff that people want to believe it does. You personally have the right, yes. But when you are employed and you are on the clock, you're not entitled to that. Unless you want to be entitled to unemployment. My rant's over. I just had to vent it. I'm just reading so many stupid people typing stuff, and it just blows my mind. I mean, one gentleman, and I'm not calling him stupid, but he was wanting to argue with me about it. But then he says the words, I don't agree with what he did, but he does have the right. Well, if you don't agree with what he did, why in the hell did you argue with me for like 30 minutes?
Well, people love to argue.
Yeah.
I just was telling you he had the freedom of speech. Well, homie, you got the freedom of speech. You're practicing it on Facebook. But come on, man. But when you're getting paid, I mean, does your boss let you play on your phone while you're at work? Does your boss let you play on your phone? I bet. Let's just say you work for Walmart, and on your break, you're still technically on the clock, but you got your little 15-minute or maybe your little 6-minute smoke break. I bet you go on your Facebook and type all Walmart customers suck. Let me know how that job works out for you, because I don't think you're going to have it much longer.
Well, he really, he didn't say the 49ers suck.
No, I'm using the example of while you're on the clock, you don't have the freedom of speech that you believe you have. When you're representing people, you don't have the freedom of speech that you believe. When you want to type stuff on Facebook and you're supposed to be representing somebody else, no, you go represent yourself, but you're going to do it alone. You're not going to do it with a group. I mean, can you belong to an organization and then want to start talking smack? The organization's not going to want you around. You're just sitting there biting your lip. Thought this was the world according to Mike. You had something to say.
Yeah, but Scotty, I'm gonna be honest with you. I disagree with almost everything you're saying, and I don't want to get into that today.
How do you think you can be? How do you think you can be employed by AT&T and practice your freedom of speech while you're on the clock? You can't. It doesn't work that way.
Okay. I agree. Working at AT&T, it does, but we're talking about the NFL.
Doesn't matter. He's still an employee.
The NFL itself and the coaches and ownership of the 49ers have all stated they don't care.
And you know why? Because they're scared chicken shit. Somebody's going to stand up and go, oh, you're trying to violate his constitutional rights of his religion, because he's a chicken shit, and he's now changed his little freedom. He realized his little freedom of speech thought, or his statement on freedom of speech, he realized that wasn't standing up. So now I'm going to turn it to religion, because that's the biggest thing in the United States that I can use to protect myself in this big stepping of the poop that I did.
Well, yeah, and it wasn't really a freedom of speech. It's more a freedom of what's referred to as expression. That's why.
Yeah, but that's not what they're pumping. They kept pumping it was his freedom of speech.
Well, they're incorrect.
Right, but that's
the burning of the flag and stuff like that all fall under freedom of expression.
Right. Where did I touch base? I'm touching base on all these people that keep swearing, oh, that's just freedom of speech. Y'all need to read what freedom of speech is, because that's not freedom of speech.
And let me make a note. If anybody's
and is that his artistic expression?
Well, we looked up last night on the show. We delved all the way into this guy's life. Have you seen the woman that 2 months ago has now changed this guy? They've only been dating for 2 months. She is a DJ.
How have they only been dating for 2 months when they said that he converted last year?
Well, see, I guess the dating part is now, because to be married, they're going to have a Muslim marriage.
Yeah.
So I guess the whole thing is that it's actually, been approved, because that with a Muslim marriage, there's a lot more to it than just two people saying I do. So
I just got the NFL only cares about their cash. Yes, we know that.
And right now, they're getting a tremendous amount of it because every single news source in the world is now covering this.
Oh yeah, they're getting it.
And the
I
coach
just hope that this dirty bastard loses all his sponsors.
Well,
my freedom of speech, I called him a dirty bastard.
yeah. Oh,
An
posted
unpatriotic
last night.
piece of shit.
Yeah, I posted last night that he was an idiot, and man, it was just nuts. I couldn't keep.
He
up
had
with
no
everybody.
idea what being a lazy ass was going to cost him.
He's a mediocre, not that good. He's so young. He's still in his 20s, for God's sakes. He
knows
25.
the world. He has all the answers.
He's done. You know what? They're going to cut him. And Captain Pat had done some research last night into NFL contracts. And there's this thing called, and I hope that might be him, because there's a word that they were using last night that was in the contract, and it's something about turpitude. And it, Danny,
I got his white daddy slapped his dumb ass head, and now he's backpedaling.
See, unfortunately, what happens is the people we start, and I love our listeners, don't get me wrong, and I love the folks that we hang out with and stuff, but it's really crazy that we start to just say these really wild, nutsy things, and it kind of sticks. Did you have a chance to watch the video from Tony Lauren? The
Tony Lames, I thought he made boots.
Tony Lauren, he don't work here no more. Now, Tommy, the one
I
I
have
always
no
post,
idea.
I love me some Tommy. It's a
What?
blonde-headed girl. She's very political.
Oh, is that the girl that I shared last night too?
I don't know.
The girl that does kind of like that,
Final
right?
thoughts.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you happen to watch that? You posted
I
it? God, you
shared
should
it.
play that, dude.
All right,
Wait,
all right,
what
just
happened
a
to
little
me
more,
now?
Just a little more. Well, I don't know why all of
Oh.
a sudden all the headphones just got really loud, but that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
And if anything, we need to turn Mike up if we have to.
I never ever hear that before.
I know, because Mike's always turned down.
Yeah.
Turn down for what?
I can send this to you. I think it would really be good.
Stephanie, did you really question what he's turned down for? I mean,
Oh no, I was just
look
singing.
at him.
Oh man, that wasn't very nice. Turned down for what? God, y'all
Or
are
anything the
Why
girl
are
can
y'all
come up
mean
with
to
an
me?
excuse. Mike, I want to ask you a question. How many girls have looked at you and Stephanie, I need you to look at me when I do this. How many girls have looked at you and says, "No, really, I am a lesbian"? And how many times has Mike looked over at the girl and go, "Well, I kind of resemble one"?
Wow. You're just being mean.
No, I'm being on my game this morning.
That's when he says that he's a lesbian trapped in a man's body.
Have you seen him? He looks like one.
No,
And
I
that was
didn't.
not
A lesbian, that is.
Oh.
Come on, Doug.
Okay, I sent you that video, so it's at the Just for Fun page.
You whiny little bitch.
Who?
You. That's
God.
just mean. I don't see that you sent anything. You
Oh.
know why? Because you're using a crappy droid.
No, man, I did. I sent it to the Just for Fun page.
To the fun page?
Yeah.
Why
yeah, yeah.
why didn't you put it in Messenger?
Because you're on Facebook right here.
Oh,
and I figured
Jesus
it'd be
Christ.
easier
No,
just
it's
to go-
never easier.
It
to do
doesn't
that.
matter. If I sent it to you in Messenger, you would have said, "Why didn't you send it to
No,
me?"
because that's what we do is we put it in Messenger.
Right, Steph?
fool.
Am I right, Steph?
You are such a
It doesn't
whiny ass.
It doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter.
We gonna watch some boots.
Okay,
get
I tried to
made.
watch a video last night and I couldn't. Nobody could hear it, so I don't know.
All right, let's see. Well, because you had it muted.
okay.
It's because you don't know how to do all this.
You're right. You haven't shown me.
No, I've showed you about 10 times.
No, you haven't. All right, this
You're
is great.
such a whiny
Oh,
bitch.
Colin Kaepernick, I've got some final thoughts for you, bud. See, our buddy Colin decided not to stand for the national anthem because, well, he will not stand to show pride in a flag or a country that oppresses black people. For him, it's bigger than football. He would be selfish to look the other way. After all, according to Kaepernick, there are bodies in the street and people getting paid leave and getting away with murder. So let me go ahead and eviscerate this mouth diarrhea for you sentence by sentence. Here we go. Colin, I support the First Amendment. I support your right to freedom of speech and expression. Go for it, bud. It's this country, the country that you have so much disdain for, that allows you the right to speak your mind. It protects your right to be a whiny, indulgent, attention-seeking crybaby. It also protects my right to shred you for it. See, the national anthem and our flag, they are not symbols of Black America, white America, brown America, or purple America for that matter. There are patriots of every race that have fought and died for this country, and we honor the flag and sing the anthem as a reminder. And Colin, if this country disgusts you so much, leave. I guarantee there are thousands and thousands of people around the world that would gladly take your spot. Because those that don't live under this flag are banging on the door to get in, not get out. Remember that. Is our country perfect? No. What have you done to make it better? What's your contribution? Sitting there like a fool? What selfish is you, buddy? And what's your message to Black kids, to people of color? That their biggest contribution to justice and self-fulfillment is to parade around with a chip on their shoulder like a victim? And Colin, how dare you sit there and blame white people for the problems of minority communities? After all, aren't you half white? Didn't 2 white parents adopt you after yours weren't willing to raise you? For a racist and horrible country filled with racist and horrible white people, that's really something, isn't it? Maybe you should also decline the paycheck from the white owner of your team or the white fans that buy your merchandise and fill the stands to watch you play. There's a statement I don't see you making anytime soon. And Colin, who's getting away with murder? I'd like to see some evidence to back that up because that's a pretty strong claim. And what about the oppression of Black people? It's funny. Through that 6-year career of yours, you choose to start sitting now? What changed to make you so resentful of your country? Please tell me how you're oppressed. Is it because the Black unemployment rate is double what it is for whites, or the homicide rate, or the dropout rate, or the percentage of minority communities on food stamps? Well, we've had a Black president for almost 8 years now. Maybe he failed you. We also have a Black woman in charge of the Justice Department. Maybe she failed you too. Or maybe it's the liberals, your saviors, which have run your communities into the ground. Where does the buck stop? When will those in Black communities take a step back and take some responsibility for the problems of Black communities? Because it seems to me blaming white people for all of your problems might make you the racist. But Colin, you don't care about any of that. You want to make a political statement. But here's the deal, Colin. I've got loved ones overseas right now fighting for your right to sit on a bench and bitch and moan about your perceived oppression while making $19 million a year to throw a ball. Just show a little respect. And if you want to sit down, now's the time on the bench because you suck. But perhaps you should stand up for the anthem. God bless from Dallas. Good night and take care.
Oh, I want to have her puppies.
And see, I think it's absolutely disgusting. You got people like my real dad and my brother that have served as being police officers and had bullets shot at them. My father was actually shot one time. These cats that have their ace on the line every single day to make sure that you can close your eyes and sleep peaceful at night. But yet, all you want to do is complain. And you're making $19 million, and these cops are making what some of the lowest starting off cops are like $24,000.
All right, now just to let you know how things are in the world. Last night during the show, we played that and we talked about it and everything else. And this is one of the comments I got back last night. LMAO, Cullen Kaperkadikowik, whatever his name is, signed a 6-year, $114 million contract with the San Francisco 49ers, including a $12 million signing bonus, $61 million guaranteed, and an average salary of $19 million a year. Do you really think he cares what this blondie thinks of him?
That was put on there?
No, this is a listener from my show last night.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what somebody put on there.
He doesn't care what anybody says.
Okay,
yeah,
he just wants his $19 million.
And then I got another one about what does she know about sports. Get this, she used to do sports, okay? But then she got picked up by One American Network. She worked for them doing something very similar to this, and then now she's on Blaze, which is owned by Glenn Beck, if I'm correct here.
I don't know.
She has
something to look up though.
She has like 50 million followers.
Right.
And this knucklehead right here is going, who cares? He makes all that money. See, so if you got money, you can do whatever you want.
Well, you remember the saying, it's just like our taxes. Rockdale County is effed up, but let's just take tax money and throw more money at it because that's going to fix it.
So, yeah, it confuses me a little bit.
Yes, that is coming to get Zay.
Okay,
to
I
take
just
to school.
didn't recognize it.
Well, Crystal had to go in super early this morning.
Poor thing. Okay, so let's, I hate arguing with you, especially on the radio and everything else like that. And I don't
Arguing with who?
You, but I just want to make sure that everybody.
Hey, the listeners listen for me to be able to just rip your.
I know they love it, but
stained
I
underwear,
I
a
have
new
to say
mark.
this. I do. When you're part of a team, and God knows I've been a part of a team my whole life. I don't do well on my own. I'm a pack animal. In the military,
You look like one.
I'll give you an example. When I was going through flight school, you get very much attached to those people because you're with them 24/7, and you go through a lot of difficulties. There was this one
Hey, is there
guy,
a point here?
yeah, there's this one guy who would never want to do anything that we did. Okay, his name was Motro, and if we were going to do a car wash, he didn't want to do a car wash. If we were going to do a bake sale, he didn't want to do a bake sale. So that's who this guy is, this Copernic dude. Let me tell you something. We were considering killing Motro in his sleep. So let's obviously we don't like what he did and all that other stuff and the legal aspects and who's getting paid what, and they're probably going to cut him because he sucks. But look at this. Look at his team members. They have got to be looking at him going, dude, you are.
I hope those data boys, the pats on the shoulders, the smack on the aces. I hope none of his teammates was all about that.
There's another guy from Dallas, a linebacker, that says he's not going to stand now.
You gotta suck.
Yeah. But can you imagine his teammates on San Francisco? Can you imagine having a locker next to this guy?
And how about the other guy you just said it ain't gonna stand? So here's what I vision. Hey man, that guy got a lot of attention. I'm gonna be a dumbass too.
Exactly, man. You hit it right on the head.
They should go ahead and make it a rule. You got to stand during it. Come on.
God damn it, if you're listening.
You know what they need to do? They need to just start finding these pieces of shit.
That's what I was gonna say.
Start finding them.
Man,
what does the owner? What does San Francisco owner say about it?
He doesn't care. And the coach said, "I don't give a shit what he does. Just get out there and play."
Yeah, because all they're after is the grand total of the money.
And the guy said, "Okay, $61 million guaranteed, folks. He's guaranteed $61 million. He already got a $12 million sign-on bonus. He's guaranteed $19 million there for $114 million. Okay, that's 12% basically of $1 billion this guy was going to make off a football team. Let me tell you something. If there is going to be a grassroots effort in this country for the president or for knuckleheads like this, it's got to start at our level. We have got to start putting out the word that if you truthfully and honestly believe that he did something wrong morally, not legally, then stop buying his stuff.
Yes.
KN West or whatever the hell that dumbass's name is.
Kanye.
All right, stop buying his stuff.
That's what I say.
That's where you hit them. That's where
hit them in their wallet. That's what I always heard.
Hit them.
You know what? I can heal from an ass whooping. I can't heal from you taking money out of my pocket. That's what my old man used to say. My old man used to always say, hit me in my face, but don't knock the windows out of my car because I can handle a black eye. That windshield's $250.
Hey,
so
that's
see,
good.
That's what my old man always said, man. My grandfather was a cop. My old man was a cop. My brother just retired as a cop. And, my grandfather did, he was a paratrooper. He was just hardcore. And when he was the cop, it was the black baton. They didn't pull their guns much back then. It was a black baton.
Or the slap thing.
Or the blackjack.
Blackjack.
Yep, yeah. Let me tell you, blackjack between the eyes or in the back of the skull will straighten your ace up. I already know what to do to a shoulder blade.
I know. Yeah. Oh man, I got hit by a DeKalb County cop.
And that's where they were. And let me just say this: straighten up, man. Have some damn common decency, some common sense. Look, we got to shoot off to a commercial. I just got this. Hey, I just pulled up the video. Dang, Mike has 2 large monster drinks. Ha ha. Tell him to at least go with Ultra Zero.
Okay, I got an idea.
I keep telling him that.
Why don't you go with a clean pair of socks and some new underwear? Leave me alone.
Yeah, and I pulled up the San Francisco 49ers schedule.
Yeah.
To see if they were going to play the Falcons at all.
Good, Steph.
They're not playing the Falcons.
Dang.
The closest that they'll be is the Carolina Panthers. So we should go.
I think we should just, you know what, we need to start picking topics. If this is what we're going to do, well, we just need to start ragging on people.
Yeah, man. Hey, we'll just go to commercial. We'll be right back.
I went off last night on the show, and I just started yelling and screaming. Danny was like, he's back, finally.
Yeah, and I'm having a good day, and all you want to do is rag on me.
Somebody ragging on you?
You.
How am I ragging? Shut up. You know what? I say we start, if you guys are with me, we start a freaking dipshit West hate club Man, we watched that video again last night, and people were calling in. People were calling in going, dude, why are you even wasting time? You can't understand the damn word this guy's saying.
No, and I wanted to make it crystal clear when I was reading it. That's
Danny
word
read
for
it.
word.
Yeah, because we were having so much trouble. I said Steph read it during the morning show. So Danny read it last night. And when she was done, we all looked at each other and went, oh, okay, let's get on another subject because I'm just going to get stupid now. And people just kept going back to it, wanting to talk about it. So I said, all right, I'm going to talk about it. You people are the one causing this. You're buying his crap. You're clapping. You're freaking going woo woo because you're in a party atmosphere. Oh, what's that on the screen? Right here.
Oh, I don't know. Oh, I clicked on this famous people.
Man, let me tell you something. 8 bazillion people should have emailed the BMAs and said, you have got to be freaking kidding me. When are we going to get back to having a show?
In all honesty,
They don't. But when MTV used to be videos, then yes, it mattered. But now, where the hell are they? Where's the videos playing?
YouTube. Seriously, YouTube.
I'm.
Did y'all see this? Did y'all see Britney?
Then it ain't the VMAs, and now is it? That's what I was getting at.
I'm telling you, Britney looked amazing. But let me tell you something.
Oh yeah.
She looked amazing, but let me tell you something. That was the worst show I've ever seen.
But it used to be when.
Let me tell you, that was the worst lip sync I ever saw.
Watched them on MTV. Like they were on VH1. They were on multiple.
Oh, did you see that? Somebody said they're calling for a boycott.
Yeah.
Fans burn his jerseys, calling for it. I love it.
Me too.
I'll be the regional thing. Look at this crap, man. If we don't, you know what? Because we got to start turning the tide. Or truthfully, whenever we do complain about this stuff, we will be the racist. We will be the outcast.
Here's what I envision. To me, if you've watched any of the all three the same movie, but all three got a different name. The last one was Descent. But it's where the
insurgents.
Yes.
Divergence.
Yes.
And
I think what it's going to be is we're going to have the work in this direction, this direction, and we're all going to be caged and sectioned off. I think Texas is so pissed right now, they're ready to go back to be their own free state.
They've said that for years.
Right, but that's my point, is all these sections will probably end up having walls up.
Way up in the vice president of that movement. There's a clause.
What I envision is either a border around every state, and we're all going to be sectioned off.
There's already borders in place. They're just lines on a map, but man, you're talking about putting up walls. I don't know about that, but you know what they did in the Great Wall of China? If you want to go walk, okay.
Never understood what the Great Wall of China was.
They built it to keep the Mongols from attacking the rest of China. Genghis Khan, Kublai Khan, those guys. Okay. If you want to go walk the Wall of China now, you've got to pay a fee for each province you walk through on the wall.
They all want their fee.
So maybe something like that. Maybe like if you're going into Texas, they're going to say, "Hey, give me $20."
Oh.
Because I don't know about building walls. I say people, let's say like you right here.
Well,
you're going to build a wall.
What I'm saying is they may not build a wall. What they may do is destroy roads, travel through.
Yeah, I mean,
they're going to stop entrances.
Yeah.
I-20 will be your way into Alabama.
Look, man, I'm telling you.
You follow what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. Now I get emailed every 2 weeks for the scheduling.
On YouTube, it says static and crackling when talking.
That's baby. That's how we roll. There's an Arizona militia that's in. I'm on their thing, their newsletter thing. Every 2 weeks, I get invited to come out there and basically kill people that are crossing the border. Yeah, and everybody just turns their.
Ooh.
All right, we're back, and yeah, video's acting stupid. I have no idea. You know, it's funny because it comes down to internet. It comes down to connections. It
Yeah.
comes down to
Is
PCs. I mean,
even professional stuff on YouTube sometimes doesn't sound so hot.
Yeah, but it seems like when we have an important guest or
Every
an
time.
amazing
Well,
guest,
that's because
It's
Scotty
every
puts doo doo
time.
on us. He
Yeah,
practices
that's
doo-doo,
what it
doo-doo.
is.
oh, is that what it is?
Practices doo doo. Yeah, Peter Gunn. He practices Peter Gunn. The theme to Peter Gunn. I love that. Okay, so there's a storm brewing
Brewing?
over. Did you see this in the
Nope.
eastern? Yeah, it's not pretty. That depression.
I'm
that was
changing
way
something.
out.
Everybody
one?
just let me
'Cause
know
it's-
if it's working.
I thought there was 2 of them going on. Tropical
As of right
depression,
now, let me know if it's any better.
8 and 9.
Okay, you and I are talking about the storm, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But isn't there 2 of them?
I don't think the other one's a tropical depression. I just think it's a storm. And I can't.
You're making me depressed.
That's off the coast of South Carolina, right?
Yeah,
now.
they were showing it coming down.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of weird. 'cause
Southwest-ish.
it's going the wrong way according to the jet stream, and they're concerned about that. So
Well,
I just, I hope as of now, I just fixed some volume, so I'm hoping on radio as well as on video, everything's got a little better of a sound. Sorry.
no problem.
But you know, I mean,
Yes.
I know I'm interrupting you, but I
Yes,
have to
yes.
say it for the listeners to
Yeah,
know
yeah, I
because
know,
they're
I know,
saying that
I
we've
know.
got the static, and that's the sort of
You're
thing I
right,
got to
Steph.
know.
because they were talking about wondering if they would merge.
Yes, there's 2 right here by the coast, but there's another one in the Atlantic heading our way too, and it's freaking huge. It's
Wow.
as big as the state of Georgia. So wow, weather's about to go to crap. I love looking at if you don't have the NOAA app on your phone, get it because
What is
it?
the National Oceanic Atmosphere.
I know the
NOAA.
Yeah,
The weather
yeah,
people. Not the
N-
Weather Channel one. The
Stephanie,
the
can I
real
just
one.
teach you?
no.
Can you learn sign
No.
language? We'll get Emmy to come
I
over
was
and teach
doing
you.
that. That's sign for a repeat.
That's sign for retard.
Oh my God.
That's
Sorry
not
for anyone.
right.
Sorry
Scotty,
for anyone that
man.
found that I was being offensive in any manner whatsoever. I never use the word retard to describe any person that has a realistic disability because those people are special. Stephanie chooses to be this person.
Oh my God.
Slight
Is that
difference.
Yes, ma'am. And it's awesome because look, you can even do
Anybody with
this.
any compliment, anybody talking about the sound, please send it to Steph and let her know.
Okay, see over here in the
Send it
West
on YouTube,
Coast,
please. Thank
that's
you.
the fires. Those are the forest fires that are burning out of control. It even shows them because of
Global
the smoke.
warning, man.
It's
Something's
not
up.
just global warming,
Look
but
at the
come on.
country.
Hundreds of years ago, everything burned off. That was Mother's nature. You know, we're trying to
Hundreds
now.
of years ago.
Yeah, you think back years
Back
and
when
years
the
ago. This has been happening since the beginning of time, but hundreds of years ago, it would happen, and we didn't make a big deal out of it because we had no way of controlling it. Now, all of a sudden, because we have houses up there, we think we got to control
What's
it.
Okay.
those wind things called?
Windmills.
Windmills,
No.
What are those?
The
Tornadoes?
The Santa Ana winds or something. You know.
El Nino,
El Taco.
Yoquito, Taco
Yo quiero
Bell.
Taco Bell.
Stephanie,
The Santa Maria.
The Pinta Santa Maria and the
Yeah,
Mayflower?
Columbus.
Yeah, the Titanic.
Columbus's ship.
The Titanic. The Lusitania.
It's those wind things that
Yeah, they're
they
called
say-
farts.
wind chimes that
no,
go
that come out of
Tree
California
catchers.
on your
or
front
something.
porch.
Fruit Loops.
Fly catcher.
Santa Ana winds
Fly
or
zapper?
something.
The thing
She
that,
would suck at Pictionary. I need
Yes,
you to
I
know
would.
that.
the thing that scares the deer away from your car. Don't ever put those on backwards because it calls them towards
Calls them,
your car.
dude. Ooh, so if I put them on the back of my car, I'll get my wife back, my job back, my dog back.
Listen to me. Stop it. Stop it. Listen to me. In Norway over the weekend.
No way.
Did y'all hear about this? Did y'all hear
I
about
have
this?
no idea even where we're
Lightning
at.
in
I'm
no-
still
wait,
stuck.
wait,
I'm
this
still
is
stuck
crazy.
at her trying to do
I know. I'm trying
puppet
to change
symbols on a wall with
Yeah.
a flashlight or something.
The winds. Out of your, the winds. So
It's
the
called
winds.
a fart, Stephanie.
Yeah, it called your breath. So okay, look. In Norway, lightning hit. Now you guys are talking about the, Mother Nature and all this other stuff and fires burning off. In Norway, some lightning hit and killed 327 deer all in one spot.
Ooh.
Damn.
That
Cookout.
is not
We're feeding the village.
natural. That has never ever happened in the history of this planet. Something's up.
There's people accusing the
See-
government of making hold on, Stephanie, making a weather machine.
They are.
Yes.
Yeah, they
So, I mean, have we not figured out that trying to play with Mother Nature will cause
Oh, no.
us self-destruction?
We have been trying to manipulate the weather as long as we've been flying aircraft. Some of those aircraft drop stuff into the hurricanes.
That's
and
my
all.
point.
Yeah. I can assure you 100% that
Stephanie, get to your Santa Ana Maria.
The Santa Ana winds
Oh,
are strong,
God.
extremely dry downslope winds that originate inland and affect coastal Southern California and northern Baja California.
Baja.
So I
I
was
don't
right,
understand.
but it was just
You're
not
far
in the
from
wrong.
right.
You
It
were-
was the wrong area.
You
were
are
right.
far from right.
But unfortunately, it was a completely different topic you were right about.
Yeah, but there's
But-
some
but- but-
winds that they're worried about with the forest fires, isn't there?
The
Only
Santa
you
Ana
can
winds
prevent
Santa-
forest fires.
Santa Ana winds are from inland and they push outward.
Right.
These
In
are
and out.
the winds that
Word.
are causing the problems now are from the west coast going inland. The fires are burning towards Las Vegas. Save Las Vegas. Okay,
So what's those winds?
Send
called?
Nicolas Cage because he's leaving.
Las
Las
Vegas. That little girl was in that movie too. That she was like from the Breakfast Club.
Oh
wasn't she?
my God.
Okay, look. I don't want to show the video because it is weird, but 327 reindeer.
It's a freaking cookout, dude.
something. Come on, man. How can what
It's
news
barbecue.
agency can push some crap like that? And think
Okay,
we're gonna
so-
believe it.
Let's get on to something that makes us giggle. So we were playing some stuff.
300. Look, Santa's not coming. This
Listen,
year, dude.
Santa was pissed off. They try. Listen.
Santa's not coming.
I'm gonna explain something to you, Mike. I hate to be the bearer of bad news,
Oh,
but
you
do you
better
remember?
not. Don't
Do you
do that.
remember when the National Baseball League decided they were going to strike,
Yeah,
and
that
David Justice lost his job because of this?
that was brilliant, by the way.
I'm telling you, Rudolph decided he was going to shove that big ass nose up in somebody else's business. He made them do a strike. Some scabs came in and tried to take the reindeer's jobs. Santa got a little pissed off, put a little arsenic in the meal. That was not lightning. Santa just offed his reindeer, dude. That's all there is. Strike on Santa, will you? You see who just made the naughty list? Yeah.
Not me.
Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you eat some arsenic tonight?
Oh my God.
Then all the reindeers died with him, laying out. I done lost it. I can't go no further. I'm getting a little gory.
Look, people in Norway are shocked by the extent of this tragedy.
Dude, don't piss Santa off.
Reindeer often huddle together in
They
groups
did.
during thunderstorms.
They did.
327 of them.
Listen.
What were they stacked on top of each other?
Listen.
Come on, somebody.
Santa got a hold of
Zeus.
Zeus. They sent down a lightning bolt, dude. Do what you're told. Yeah.
I bet you they stand up for the anthem.
Bet you don't ever sit down on the job again.
Oh my God.
Maybe there should have been a big old lightning bolt go down on the 49ers because you know what? They didn't strike oil.
I'm sorry, I said 327. It was 323 reindeer.
Yeah, well, it was more than one. That's all that matters, Mike.
I mean,
Hey,
it's-
hey, don't make me yell about you not checking your facts.
man.
Fact check.
Fact check.
So listen, let's bring up this. We were playing some good music a little while ago, and I said, where were you, Stephanie? Like every time somebody talks about rock and roll music, your brain always brings up, I want to rock. And you where were you and I did a fact check. It was 1984 when Twisted Sister's "I Want to Rock" came out. So where do you remember being when that damn video came on?
I don't remember the first time I seen it, but I remember one time that stands out the most. I was at my grandparents', and MTV back then played videos.
They actually
and was
played music.
awesome. And I was watching that video, and I remember my grandmother coming in and looking and asking me, "Is that men or women on that TV right there?"
Yeah.
Because y'all know Twisted Sister wore a lot of makeup and everything. And I'll never forget that. That was pretty funny. So I that's to that song. That's one of my good memories.
And that's it?
Yeah, and then of course going and riding with my aunt around Stone Mountain, listening to it and Prince. And
So like me,
Apollonia 6.
I remember Alice Cooper from the Muppets before I knew he did music. Does that make sense? Like he was on the Muppet Show, and that's before I even knew who Alice Cooper was.
Yep.
You know, how about this? Quiet Riot, 1983. I remember the first time I heard it. We were going down Lithonia Industrial, doing Yellow Pages with delivering phone books.
How old were you?
I was, well, at 1983. That put me 12 years old.
That's illegal.
Well, it was just child labor laws. It was okay.
Were you getting paid directly, or was somebody else getting paid and giving you money?
My aunt was paying me in like sodas and Pop Tarts or something.
Pixie sticks.
Yeah, they exploited me. I
I
felt violated.
Is there any pictures?
But yeah, I remember when this song came on, we were pulling into the fire station on the corner of Covington Highway and Lithonia Industrial.
Oh, God.
And I was in the back of a white, like 77 Toyota.
Oh,
And we were delivering phone books. And I remember I had just set the phone books down right in front of one of the big trucks. Because my uncle would take his knuckles and tap the glass and throw up how many phone books they were supposed to get.
Oh my God.
And I would have to I was riding in the back of the truck on the tailgate. The tailgate was down.
Were there any Mexican kids with you?
No, we were the Mexican kids back then. So every time everybody wants to complain about the Mexicans, I got treated like one as a kid. I don't even want to hear your bull crap. But yeah, delivering phone books. I remember I just set two stacks of Yellow Pages down when Come On Feel the Noise came on. Mental health stuff, you know.
Yep.
I remember that being my first rock and roll tape.
I was already in the military then.
And you know what? I
know
still
where
have
it
it
was.
actually.
How about this? Do You Really Want to Hurt Me? Culture Club,
What year?
1982.
See, I don't remember
was my
that one
senior
as
year.
more than Karma Chameleon. I
Well,
remember-
Karma Chameleon, I remember I was like 6th, 7th grade.
Do you really want to touch me? Because I used to always sing that to my girl.
Joan Jets.
Oh, I love.
Is that who you're talking? Is that that's
No.
who were you talking
The
about?
Culture Club one. Do you really want it? It says "hurt me," but I would change it to
Oh,
touch
okay.
me.
Because I was lost for a second. Cause,
Really, everybody does that.
I thought he
Do
was
you
talking
really-
about the Divinals or whatever that.
the Divinals.
Because
Yeah.
I remember,
Is that what happens when
I
you take
remember-
the
Touch
linoleum up?
myself.
I remember when Joan Jett did a New Year's Eve
She's
bash
She's awesome.
for the I Love Rock and Roll tour, and at the Omni, and my aunt got to go, and they wouldn't take me because I was too young.
Yeah.
Mhm,
What was that? What was her name? Linda Ronstadt.
mhm.
I was never
man.
into Linda Ronstadt. Who the hell was
I
into Linda
loved
Ronstadt?
her and-
What
and
was wrong with you
Marie
people?
Osmond.
Oh my
Pat
God!
She's
Pat
still
Pat
hot.
Benatar, yeah, but
Pat
Marie
Benatar.
Osmond,
Oh yeah, man.
you
Come on.
wanker! You like
I did.
to
man.
Marie
oh,
Osmond?
Yeah, lately. I mean,
oh
she's
my
hot.
God!
Come on, man. Marie
All
is
them plastic
beautiful.
surgeries.
I don't care. Everybody. I mean,
So
everybody.
anybody that would like to send us some messages, tell us where you were. Like I remember camping out on Memorial Drive at Turtles for the Bon Jovi Slippery When Wet tickets were going on sale, and the only reason I was going because all the hot chicks were going.
Oh yeah.
Like I'd help my Uncle Doug move all day over off Powers Ferry Road, and he rushed to get me back home. And I was living at my grandmother's at the time, so he rushed to get me back to Wesley Chapel right there at Covington Highway. So then I could turn around and run in, change, shirt, pants, shoes, jump in my buddy's 79 TA or Trans Am, and we hauled ace. and parked behind the bank next to Turtles Records and Tape,
Mhm.
and hung out there all night, camping out for tickets.
Not a Bank of America.
I just don't even know that matters. It was Turtles
It
Records
does
and Tape.
matter.
You used to
Jesus
swing by the
Christ.
service merchandise.
Talking
We
about
used to
some
go- yeah, the
hanging
service
in it,
merchandise
yeah.
was there
And then it
too.
turned to Litchmere's. Remember that? How long ago was that?
What was it? What was it before it was service merchandise?
I don't even remember. I was trying to go with music. We're all
Grant City.
Uh,
We lived in the apartments right behind.
okay. Before Zayre's, before Roberts, before Home Depot.
Richway.
No.
Richway. Coming to the
No,
highway.
Treasure Island.
Treasure Island, baby.
So, anyways,
Woolworth.
so music
Gummy
is
bear.
where we were going. So I remember watching Party Like It's 1999, man, and I think I was like fifth
Hey,
grade.
I'll do it again.
Little Red Corvette.
I did it
Like,
last 1999.
MTV wasn't even out. I don't even remember how we were watching it.
Get this, dude. I was in 18th Airborne Corps, which is part of 82nd Airborne. I was wearing the red beret when it came out. Strawberry beret.
No, it's raspberry
raspberry
I know,
beret.
we called it strawberry.
You
See?
suck. You keep changing all the lyrics.
I know,
Okay.
well, don't y'all change the lyrics to
Jeff,
songs?
Jeff Matthias.
I still do that.
Shut up. Jeff
That's not a
Matthias.
song.
Jeff Matthias
Is
says
gay.
he doesn't say he's gay. We just know it. Jeff Matthias says Metallica Black Album concert was awesome.
Oh, great.
Well, when I was awake.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I
who
took
even
him.
remembers?
We sat in nosebleed directly in front of the stage, but the highest, furthest point from the stage you can get. We are up there. James Hetfield and they're doing drum battles. So the drummer's going, and then James Hetfield would match it. The wildest, coolest part of the whole concert, we're up there with two hot chicks, and Jeff is asleep. He ain't even drunk. He just went to sleep watching Metallica in the loudest, most obnoxious section of any concert the Omni ever had, and he is sleeping right through the damn concert.
How could you possibly back then?
You slept through Metallica, Bubba. How do you sleep through Metallica?
Back then, there was no hearing abatement or anything. They played it as loud as they could get it. It wasn't about the sound. It wasn't about quality. It was just loud.
Rich Archer,
Uh-oh.
me and you need to talk.
Yeah.
Because he just said in 1984 he was aboard the USS Carl Vinson. That's what my Uncle Doug was on.
Yeah, you said that yesterday.
How funny is that, Rich Archer? Hello, sailor. Do it, Mike.
Sailor.
But yeah, you were aboard the aircraft carrier that my Uncle Doug was on at the same moment.
And it was an aircraft carrier?
Yeah.
So that's like 5,000 people. They made that,
Yeah.
you know.
How funny is that? They were both on the same aircraft
Now,
carrier.
get this. I just got a listener, Jeff Matthias, said that he's got my back on Marie Osmond. So there are guys out there that still dig Marie Osmond, and I have to say that I am one of them. And if we want to start a fan club, I'll be the president. I just wanted to put that out there for the world to hear. I am a diehard Marie Osmond fan. I'm a little bit country, and I'm good with that.
Tubby, you just sent me some weird message, and I'm trying to read it, and I think Stephanie could say it because
Now,
I can't understand it. You have to rewrite that.
Isn't there an engagement notification there somewhere with those folks?
Huh?
Didn't somebody do the ring thing this weekend?
What?
What are you talking about?
Nikki,
Have you fallen and smacked some dope
Didn't you
and
say
smacked your
Tim?
head?
Nikki, didn't they get engaged?
They've been married.
They've been married for years.
Oh,
Don't
They
ask.
have a kid.
Don't.
that stops
Listen,
people.
when people start acting weird, sometimes it's better that we just don't ask.
Well,
You do know I see pictures and I just keep scrolling
okay,
because
well, I
it
saw a
confuses
picture.
me.
Yeah, okay, I saw a picture. I thought that was something
Grandpa,
that just happened.
just take the blue pills.
Why?
I mean,
Why?
this is that. That's
Are we going to be busy
see,
later?
that's the point.
Can we watch some old reruns of Donnie and Marie? And just
Oh,
cut out
I've
the
got
diamond
somebody
part?
right now. Henry says, I am sure somebody still has some turtle stamps laying around. I wish I did. I wish that I still had two things that used to be on one of my little lowrider cars.
A
I wish I
libido
had my upside down 96 rock tag.
and a libido.
It
I
got
still got mine.
When my car got destroyed in Hurricane Hugo, I lost that. And then I don't know if on this side of town it was a big deal, but on my side of town in the Stone Mountain area and up in the Gwinnett area, and especially Redan, because it was only one place we could get it. It was called Wax and Facts.
Roach clips.
There was a sticker that was called Locomotion, and everybody had that on the top windshield. And it was just kind of a thing. I mean, like you had your 96 Rock tag upside down, you had your Locomotion sticker.
And what did you have in your wallet?
A rubber.
No,
A 96 Rock card.
96 Rock card.
That's back when 96 Rock was cool, Bubba.
And,
That
and let me
was-
tell you something.
That's
when you
back
went
when
to
96
Turtles,
Rock was cool.
When you went to Turtles and you picked something out, what was the first thing you pulled out of your wallet?
Your 96 Rock card.
96 Rock card.
Yeah.
10 points. Hell yeah, man. I
That's
still
back.
have mine.
That's
96
back
Rock.
when it was cool, man.
Well, that's when there was some freaking loyalty and association.
And before Star
stuff like that.
94, it was Q94.
Yep.
And it was good back then
Man,
too.
93,
Power 99.
90.
Yeah, man. When 95.5 the beat came out, was pretty cool. Now think about this.
Awesome.
Think about Herbie Hancock. The first time you ever heard Herbie Hancock's "Rocket." Now I was like 3rd grade. You know that down, down,
Mhm.
down, 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 and then the video came out,
The big-
and it was
was
all the
all
mechanical
Yeah,
stuff. And
robotics and stuff. It was great. Very, very.
It was cool watching those fake legs with the red heels walk
Yeah.
across the floor.
Very cool. Very cool.
okay, so here it is, and then maybe this is in English because I don't know the other stuff he texted. I had bought her a new ring.
Okay.
I never proposed the right way, so I did it with the new ring because she's always joked saying that I never got down on one knee and asked.
And that happened this
The
weekend.
problem is now at our age and our physical, getting down on one knee takes so hard to get back up. What the hell? What?
Did he do it this weekend?
Apparently that's what you saw on the picture.
Who's the man? Who's the man? Say it.
Stephanie.
Who's the man?
Stephanie.
Who's?
Stephanie.
So I was right.
Could
were
you
chewing
sit
me
back
out.
down on the
You
microphone?
were chewing me out, dude.
No, I just wasn't
It
getting.
happened 6 years ago.
I just
and they
wasn't-
got a baby.
I just
It just happened.
no. You asked if they got engaged. No, they didn't get engaged.
Well, yeah, he asked her.
They've already been married. It's a technicality there, Mr. 49er.
I was gonna say schematics.
And I would, you know why you're a 49er and not a 69er? Because you can't. I mean,
$19 million a year.
Mr. Muslim.
Muslim.
Paging Mr. Muslim. Paging Mr. Muslim. Yes. What about Z93? Yes, I do
Yes.
remember Z93.
That was
So I
awesome.
went down to Z93. Me and Raven's Renovations. It's now 92.9 the game. But I wanted to compare their studio to my studio because I'm thinking we're going down to big corporate radio. I'm going to go down there and I'm going to be, I'm going to walk in and I'm going to hear the heavens, and I'm going to see all this cool equipment. Bull crap. My studio's better than theirs.
It's definitely doesn't. There's not a lot of character. When I just went down to 11 Alive,
There's more characters
It's-
sitting in this room.
it's a whole wall of TVs and computers.
Yeah.
I was just like, wow, this is. And then the people that the talent, they sit on a completely different side. They're not part of the little pods and all that other stuff.
Pod.
Pods, yeah, they have pods where they have like.
Yeah.
Pod-
you know,
I should have taken
like
some
weather
pictures and I
or whatever.
didn't.
You know what? I was remember when I first came on board over here. I was like, wow, that'd be great to go.
So
to
how about
Connecticut
this?
School
I was
and-
fixing to load the song because we got to go to commercial, but it brings up Billy Idol. Where were you, Billy Idol? Like, I remember when the Rebel
White
Yell
wedding.
came out.
White Wedding.
I was like 6th grade. Well, White Wedding, believe it or not, it's what I just loaded. But I remember when the Rebel Yell album came out, dude. I mean, I was maybe 6th, 7th grade, maybe.
And you were listening to heavy duty rock and roll at that time?
Dude, I was always a rocker. Why do you think I grew my hair out?
I used to
and-
sell pot in 7th grade.
Like 6th grade, dude, I was already like, I remember the first time a People's Magazine showed, and I've got the picture somewhere, pictures of Motley Crue, and they had showed the pictures of them with their Shout at the Devil album, the way they looked, and it said Motley Crude,
Mhm.
CUD, crude. Let me get that out of my mouth. But I mean, I was like 6th grade.
Yeah, I was selling
seventh
pot.
grade, maybe sixth grade, and it was in People's Magazine, and I saved it. I mean, I was listening to that back then, and quit talking about when you were selling pot, dumbass.
Well, I used to put my bag of weed inside my trumpet.
God.
And so whenever we had band practice, I used to always have to remember to take the bag of weed out. If not, I'd be up there going, and then I had to pull the bag of weed out.
Okay, Tubby.
Thank you, Tubby.
I'm muting Mike because I'm not going to listen to this. We did get engaging to leave. He types as bad as me. We did get engaged to leave our old life for a new one.
Buddy,
That's cool.
yeah, and it's an engagement. So military.
So I just got Nikki saying I will call and explain after my conference call.
We have a caller calling in at 9:30, so just keep that in mind.
So I know you have the okay. So
It
anyway,
feels so good to be right sometimes.
hey, for the first time
Especially
in
when
your
you're so
life,
wrong.
you can actually try to say you're right. But no, they're already married, you idiot.
I was
So
right.
we'll
Ladies and gentlemen,
be
this is
right
what-
back.
This is what right looks like.
Yeah,
Oh,
you are the
whatever.
furthest from that. So listen, I got this song I'm gonna play because I decided I'm not playing Billy Idol. We'll be right back, everybody. This right here was if I don't want to say like my first album I ever got. I was like sixth grade, and somebody handed me an AC/DC Back in Black album. That's the first one I ever got that didn't involve my mom, like taking me to buy a record and telling me what I can and cannot purchase. But this right here, as far as being a rocker, you know, I was already listening to Billy Idol and AC/DC.
In sixth grade.
Yeah, man.
What? Any idea about when it started?
Fifth, sixth grade.
Really?
I don't. Well, when I was
How old is that?
when I was in the eighth grade, I was trying. I mean, when I was 8 years old, I was at the library trying to check out black magic books. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? I was
yeah, I
learning. I
remember.
was learning the art of black magic when I was 8 years old, and my mother was trying to stop it. So it wasn't hard for me to, you know, it. I mean, at 5 years old or 6 years old, dude, I was already listening to friggin' Pink Floyd. You know.
My grandson told me this weekend when we were heading to church, we always talk. He said they closed the library at his school. There are no more books there.
Wow.
Yep.
I guess they don't have to. It's all computerized now.
No computer. It's
All right, so
iPads
look, here comes one of my
or Chromebooks.
favorite songs. Now, what's funny is after this album, I'm not gonna tell you who I'm fixing to play, but after this album, this was the second album. After listening to this one, I went back and started listening to Livewire. So if you know who we're talking about, you'll get it in just a second. We'll be right back.
I know.
I'm trying to think when I first started listening. What it was a 45. It was Led Zeppelin.
Mine was an 8-track. Very first.
How about that, huh? Close down the library. Oh. You know what they said? Oh, they could use that space for all sorts of other stuff. Close down. Kids can't go to the library. You want to look something up? You got your Chromebook in front of you. Look it up. You don't get to go screw around. You don't get to go kiss girls behind the bookshelf. You don't get to go look up black magic stuff. Now everything you look up can be censored and calculated. Metrics done on it. How many times you log on the internet, emails you received. Oh yeah, by the way, this little guy's 12 years old.
All right, I'm gonna shoot off to the second song real quick because we do have a bunch of the commercials because we've been over talking. I'm just letting you know now.
Whoa.
You ever see this video? 'Cause I've still got that Motley Crue. It was so funny because when he started in front of him.
Oh yeah.
It's funny.
Man, this is when music freaking there was words. Hey, military Mike. Hey, I'm Mike. We doing anything after the show today? Tuesday is like my Saturday. Just let me know, dude. Like I said, whenever you got plans for today. Tuesday's like my day off because all my schoolwork's in and everything. So.
Of course, mine wasn't because I stayed busy all day.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to do, we need to plan it out and do it tomorrow, whatever. ISIS is up to their old tricks.
Make sure you start pulling up anything for that phone call. Cause I'm alive. Now I'm all up in the mood, man. What? Hey. If you get where I could hear you, because all I heard was, and you point.
I'm putting it in the group
If
chat.
you get smart ass from me, I'm going to
I
pop
didn't
you
get
right here on camera.
smart-ass.
Did you just try to talk to me like your husband, like you didn't even open your mouth, you had your teeth pressed together, I'm going to send you to If you would just, how long you been doing this?
The heater herder.
Heater herder.
We haven't talked about movies that are out right now. A lot of movies out.
We can go to that in a minute.
Apparently they all suck.
Think.
I got a question. Who wrote freaking Penny Dreadful? Jesus.
Dude, shut up. If you don't want to watch it, don't watch it.
It keeps pulling you in.
It does because the characters.
Freaking middle of the night, I'm like.
I'm telling you, dude, it is an awesome movie.
Why did Frankenstein's first monster come through his second monster?
Yes, I'm telling you, keep watching.
I gotta watch it.
You have to. It's good.
It's evil.
I tried to tell you that.
And it pulls you back in.
I tried telling you that.
And then there's a whole thing about the first Frankenstein monster being like a theater guy.
Yes.
Is anybody else worried about this?
Just keep watching. It will suck you in. You'll hate the ending of the show, though, because it just leaves you hanging. I'm hoping there's going to be... I'm hoping they consider it being the ending of this chapter.
Yeah.
And there's like starting another book. All right, we got to go back live.
Okay.
All right, we're back. So I just got asked to play something. I'm going to play it in just a second, but it made me also think of this. Who remembers Phil Collins being like the stuff back then?
Oh, he was the
yeah.
shiznit.
Awesome.
Studio.
Well,
ooh, do I even have studio?
He was, that was Genesis. I don't think he broke away and did solo stuff till a little bit later on, did he?
Well, in the air tonight was just Phil Collins.
Yeah.
Studio was Phil Collins.
I Can't Dance is on my top 10 list.
Like Studio, dude. I've got to add it because I can't believe I don't have it.
You got to add a lot of songs. I was looking through the song list last night.
Well, you know what happened is
what happened?
In 2014, I had a hard drive die, and I lost just everything. And I've just been trying to rebuild it.
There's I've got a couple places like off-site servers, like clouds, but not clouds. If you want to use some of that space,
clowns, not like clowns.
How much space you looking at? How much?
Dude, I've got it all now, but the problem is now that I have all my music back. Well, most of it. I'm not gonna say all.
Yeah.
I have most of it back. My problem is I don't have them sectioned off where they need to be now. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and when they're not categorized, they get lost in the wind, you know?
Yeah.
Not to quote Dust in the Wind from Kansas, which is another good song, but not on my top.
Okay, do you know who did a better version of Dust in the Wind?
Nobody ever.
Oh, yes.
Dust in the Wind. There's a better version than Kansas.
Queensryche
I've never heard it. I wouldn't. I don't even want. That would be
Queensryche
sacrilegious.
did a better version.
Dust in the Wind is all about coming down off that high, man.
I'm just trying to tell you that Dust in the Wind was remade by Queensryche.
Stephanie, why are you shaking your head? You better be reading about our guest. Don't be listening to this. You weren't even. How old were you when Dust in the Wind came out?
I'll play it on the
What year
next.
Did it come out?
I don't know. -4.
Yeah, that was Dust in the Wind. Now, how about this? I got asked about this, and I used to try to play it, but then I had people complaining, "Oh, you're trying to be like 96 Rock." But does everybody remember this?
Yeah.
Yes. Quitting time.
Quitting time.
Quitting time.
You don't get to say quitting time. I can say quit time. Quit time.
We've arrived at a great moment in time.
Yes! Quitting time! Who says it's quitting time? I said it's quitting time. I'm the foreman. I'm the one who says when it's quitting time in town. Quitting time! Quitting time!
That's awesome.
Okay, so everybody remembers that then.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to be honest. I always thought that was produced by
96 Rock, I did too. And the first time I played it, that's why I stopped, because I didn't want to get in the middle of a hee-haw crap. But then I found out, no, they don't own it. They just played it.
No, how about that?
So there's just so many things. Like, dude, I still have the Lionel Richie album where he did Dancing on the Ceiling.
He was on The View
I have,
yesterday.
yes, I saw that.
was
And
the
I had
weirdest video.
the Phil Collins with the studio. I had that album, a bunch of Elvis albums, Shout at the Devil, AC/DC.
I got a lot of Monkey albums. The Monkeys.
And you know what's funny is they were made as a joke,
Exactly.
and then they made so much money.
Yeah. And then they became a band, a real band.
You know, the Partridge Family, they
It's
they
kinda
made
the same
yeah,
way.
they made so much freaking money that they had to push it onto stage.
And
They had to-
Henry just nailed this. He goes, "Those were the good old days when you always look forward to the Friday at 5." And dude, do you remember that? Like, how many? I want to really take people back. And I told people when I started becoming a DJ, what I really liked is I could take you back. I can play a song that makes you think of your first kiss, your first in the front seat of your Volkswagen Bug, or in the back seat of your Fairlane, or you know what I mean. I love the idea. And now when I think back, like, how many times do I remember sitting in the traffic at Spaghetti Junction when the 5 o'clock whistle happened?
Mhm.
Like, like all of us, and now there's some young ones that are listening that didn't do this, but a lot of us would be listening to the same station around all of Atlanta. Like, how cool is it to think about how many cars, if you could have been a hummingbird to fly by every car, and everybody's listening to the same radio station at 5 o'clock.
check
That was
this
cool
out.
back in the
Check this
day.
out. In traffic, Spaghetti Junction. Back, I had a '69 Chevelle, no air conditioner.
Well, yeah, the windows were down on most of these
windows were
cars.
down,
And
and you
even if
could
we
hear
had
it.
air conditioning, dude, we had the windows down.
because you were jamming. Friday they had so everybody had their windows down. Everybody was jamming, and when that came on, you could hear it all the way on the highway
It's amazing, dude.
because everybody was listening.
That was the good old days, though.
Yeah.
I got Katie Kiley is back on afternoons and does that on Fridays now on 97.1
Really?
The River.
She's a friend of mine on Facebook.
That's kind of cool.
She's a friend of mine on
Yeah,
Facebook
I
too.
talk
That's
to her.
cool.
I talk to her all the time about the old times. She
And the
was
river
really
is
sick.
actually a pretty good station.
Yeah.
When if I'm riding around, I listen to that, but I also listen to this other one now that's old school hip hop
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
I
98.9
I know
or
all the friggin'
Well,
songs. And what sucks is
yeah.
they're playing.
OG.
Come on now, let's be smart now. OG, that's like Big Daddy Kane, Rob Bass, NWA, not Dr. Dre. You know, Coolio
It was-
is not old school hip hop.
It was before
Anything before the 90s is old school. Okay, throw in some 80s and 90s, I can live with it. But the other day they were playing some P. Diddy. I'm like, come on, dude, that is not no old school.
Mm-mm.
there.
Play some Rock the Bells, the very first LL Cool J song that I ever remember listening
Tone
to.
Loc, baby.
Tone Loc,
I love Tone Loc.
Yeah, but he was,
Oh,
you
he
know.
was, yeah, it was just a couple songs, but he was hilarious in the movies he played in with Ace Ventura.
But like this right here, back in the day, this
Oh,
was
yeah.
it.
Yeah, he
This
was
right
the
here.
LL Cool J is hard as hell. Battle anybody, I don't care.
I even had a jam box that looked like that.
They all fell. Gonna cocktail double almost rock the bell.
That was some old school hip hop.
And yes, Jacob, I remember Pastor Pussycat.
I've been pushing and debating for oh so long. To the
That's
love of
old
my
school.
Cool J song.
Planet
And how about
Rock.
this? How about this one? Watch this.
Uh-oh, what happened there?
This one.
What we got? Oh,
Of
okay.
course, that's a
Oh, yeah.
commercial.
Of
I can't say
course.
nothing. I gotta have them too.
Yeah.
How about this one right here?
I love this.
This is back when it all was starting to get.
What about Kite? I used to love listening to
All right, how about this? Every time I go do any of the basketball games, this is what I played. I remember when this was it, man. Like this was. I remember, and Travis doesn't remember this, but we were in band at Lithonia High School, and all the good kids were up front trying to do their thing, and us in the back were trading cassette tapes. So like
Mixes.
like yeah, because I traded off, no lie, I traded off Billy Idol for Hank Williams Bocephus because it had All My Rowdy Friends. It's the first time I ever heard All My Rowdy Friends, 8th grade, Lithonia. I was handed that, and I traded off a ZZ Top tape and was handed a mixtape that had Egyptian Lover, The Freaks Come Out at Night. I mean, come on, man. How about this one right here? I want to play it because this is the one that I remember the most, and I played at every basketball event I go to. That's old school.
Now rapping basketball, number 1, Curtis Blow.
Basketball is my favorite sport. I like the way they dribble up and down the court. Just
And then how about the other one that was Friends? You know, do you remember that? Friends,
Not
the only
some-
ones you can count on.
Yeah.
Let's be friends. I mean, there's so many cool songs, dude.
I keep having to wash the vomit back down my throat.
So I just got you can tell Brett's a young one. I feel so old right now. The Humpty Dance was one of my favorite old songs. The fact that somebody can call Humpty Dance old, man.
Next, we're going to talk about thongs.
And then, yes, how about No Parking on the Dance Floor? That was a good song. How about I remember when we were hanging out at a place, and for some reason I just lost the name of the place. It was off Shamley Tucker Road. Ballyhoos or Valleyhoos. And,
Yeah.
and we got thrown, and we used to go there every weekend. We got thrown out on a Thursday night, ladies' night, because I was with this hoochie. My brother was with this hoochie. Well, he ended up marrying this hoochie. But the song, Thong Song, came on. And when the song came on, the girls were always on top of the speakers dancing. They would unbutton their pants and pull the back of their pants down and hang out all their junk, right? Well, the two girls that we were with didn't have no drawers on. And we were getting our faces shoved in areas. And my brother took his Jack and Coke and poured it, because she lifted the back of her shirt up, and he poured the Jack and Coke down the middle of her back and was drinking it out of her crack. And they threw us out. They were like, "Look, y'all have gone
Can't
too
imagine
far.
why."
Y'all have gone too far. You gotta leave." And we were thrown out of Ballyhoos on a Thursday night at about 11 p.m. because that thong, and it was Jack and Cokes, man. We had to walk around the parking lot till we could get sober enough to leave.
Oh yeah, that whenever that happened, when we were drunk. You know what's funny is I got thrown out of Uncle Tom's Tavern so much that my sister-in-law's mother worked there,
Mhm.
and I never knew her then. Now I know her, and the first time she saw me when I got back from Afghanistan, she's like, "You look incredibly familiar." And I said, "Yeah, I grew up in the Stone Mountain area. I think you did too." She goes, "Yeah, I'm a little bit older than you." I said, "Okay, yeah." And she goes, "Did you ever go to Uncle Tom's Tavern?" I looked at my brother and I went, "No."
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it dawned on me who she
Who she was, right,
She
right.
was checking IDs at the front.
So Chris Wood Raven said they also played that in Baltimore on 98 Rocket 5. You know what's cool is like when I lived in Myrtle Beach. So when I moved to Myrtle Beach, I had the lowrider 77 Buick Regal.
Oh, hell yeah.
Had it slammed.
I love Buick Regals.
Had 4 MTX 15s in the back seat. You know, we get up there, we're jamming out. I was still a rocker, but we were still you know, most of the rockers back then, we were playing metal, hair bands, and then we're still playing hip hop because there was nothing better than listening to a little Run DMC. So
yeah, but you could switch over to Zeppelin.
You could switch over at any moment.
Man, those speakers with Led Zeppelin. Oh,
but see, up there, they had a 105. It was called the Wave, and the Wave was a metal station. So it wasn't old rock. Like you weren't hearing any Bad Company.
Yeah.
You were hearing Dio, Queensryche. You were hearing, you know, Warrant and Motley Crue and Rat and Cinderella and
it was the open floor too, like a dance floor.
No, that was the upstairs. But I'm talking about there was a radio station called The Wave. The Wave was the building though.
Okay.
The Wave was the building because I ran the Ferris wheel and the Wave was straight across. It was Magic. I didn't want to say city. Magic something.
Yeah.
But the building was the Wave, but the name of the actual business was the Magic something.
I remember like an open floor where the music was playing and it was
all that. Yeah.
People were freaking killing each other.
Man, we used to have a blast though.
Yeah, it was fun.
I mean,
there was a place like that in South Carolina too. It's just a big empty.
Like there used to be a dude that people don't even talk about anymore called Yngwie Malmsteen, and Yngwie was just friggin' a rocker
awesome.
on the guitar. And then how about Dawkins had a dude named George Lynch, and people don't realize George Lynch as a guitar player was so amazing that he's actually a professor who teaches at the Art Institute in New York. Like George Lynch left Dawkins when the band dissolved, and he now has been teaching as a professor this long. I mean, it's just amazing. Yeah, dude. It's some of these cats. It's so amazing. Steve Vai, dude, was friggin' amazing.
I know, and this is just a little bit off tilt, but I said something last night on my show that I want to say tonight. Somebody that has a PhD, somebody that's a doctor, like you said, that's teaching at the Art Institute in New York.
Yeah.
That's top of the field, obviously.
Right.
I have so much, now that I'm working on my master's, I have so much respect for somebody with a PhD.
Oh, yeah.
Holy crap.
I got a pair of post hole diggers in the backyard.
Man, let me tell you something. Pizza Hut does not deliver.
I got a PhD.
Yeah, PhD. Pizza Hut delivers. Dude.
Post hole diggers. I got a set. They're the nice ones. They're expensive.
Imagine what it must be like to get that type of education.
Oh yeah, you know
must
what it
be
costs.
Full time. I'm paying $90 grand for mine.
Oh yeah.
So in music, holy crap! I bet you it's $250,000 to become a PhD.
Easy.
And it's a liberal arts degree, which means he's probably not getting paid top dollar, but he is at the top field. If he's teaching music at the Art Institute in New York, that's like he's got like the #1 job. If there was a department of music on the presidential cabinet, that would be the job. That's such a horrible picture, by the way. I posted something about your wife yesterday.
Well, I just think it's amazing when you start looking back at a lot of these just things. I mean, you look back to so many songs that touched your life. Unfortunately, used to, when I would hear Time of My Life, I would think of Dirty Dancing. Now, when I hear it, I think about Travis dancing with a dog. There's so many songs. Now, every time I hear the Humpty Dance, all I think about is Jeff Matthias. I mean, a lot of my really good songs have been kind of ruined, but it's okay. Every time I hear the Cupid Shuffle, all I think about is Tubby now. I mean, I can't. All the really good songs have been just kind of.
I'm gonna be honest.
Kind of ruined for me.
Anytime I see packing tape, I literally will circle navigate the room. If there is a roll of clear packing tape sitting on a box or a table, I won't go near it because of
That
that
is so
video
funny.
with somebody we all know and love ripping hair off his body with that clear packing tape.
That is hilarious.
Remember that video?
No.
You don't remember when
I'm trying to remember
he
now.
put the packing tape all over his body? It was Little Richard.
Oh, yes,
And he
yes,
ripped
yes,
it
yes.
off, and he ripped all the hair, and he was screaming and yelling,
Yes.
pulling all the.
Yeah.
I can't go near packing tape, man. I won't even use Scotch
See, listen,
tape
this
anymore.
this is every time I hear the Cupid Shuffle, this is what I hear.
Hey, this is Tim from Tubby Styles. Man, when I'm in this office all day long trying to make these signs and shirts, I get it done listening to JustForFunRadio.com with DJ Scottie and the Funk Crew.
So that's what I hear now. Like, I
How come
can't.
we don't do any of that stuff, man?
I just can't. Hey, this is DJ Scottie telling you to go check out Tubby Styles. I'm telling you, if you need any vinyl work done, so I can't get out of that now because the Cupid Shuffle has now forever and ever, amen, been stuck in my damn head.
You know what's happened?
What?
I'll tell you what's happened. We have gotten lazy on the morning show about doing stuff on the morning show. We do so many
Do
other
you think
things.
that's what I was trying to? Okay, so
Yeah,
me.
there's so many
So
outside
listen.
stuff.
So me and the Buzz had that little meeting the other day.
Right.
So some comments that got made about how do we do what we do, and I said, listen. She said, do you mind if I call in with daily stuff? And I said, I want you to. She goes, huh? I went, I already asked Steph to do stuff, and it doesn't get done. I already asked Mike to do stuff, it doesn't get done. I can't do it. I said, we already have so much going on.
I've asked
Could you
Kim-
shut up and not get hung on what I was saying and let me finish? I said, we already got so much to do. When I try to add on to them to do something else, there's not enough time. And then I try to figure out how to do it. I said, so we can't keep doing more and more and more because there's not enough time in the day. I said, so if you can keep up with all the stuff that you're doing for your magazine, then you can just call in and tell me what's happening around town. And it saves us from having to do it. Because for every time that we try to stop one thing to do something else, then the thing we stopped doesn't get done because we're trying to do something else. Okay, now do you see where I was going? You thought I was trying to jab you, and I was actually trying to explain.
Okay, I do have to ask this. I don't understand what you see what I'm saying. You just said that we do a lot of stuff. We get started, we don't get finished. Well, I think you explained exactly why. Because we'll get started with something, and then just like this with the Daily Buzz,
And we'll
I was
add
handling
something.
I was handling the Daily Buzz, and then all of a sudden you're having the secret meeting, and then I hear
No,
about
there
it,
was no
then-
secret meeting.
then
It
you
wasn't.
still
It wasn't
didn't-
getting handled the way I needed to get handled. I needed to deal with it.
What was it that didn't get handled?
I had to go deal with it,
Okay,
and now it's dealt with.
okay,
There was just a lot of unanswered things I needed answered.
okay.
And guess what?
Did you ever ask me? the
And guess
questions?
what? Yes, I asked a couple times, but you weren't aware of the answers. But guess what?
It's handled now.
No, guess what?
What?
There's no Daily Buzz anymore.
Okay.
Are you going to ask why?
Why?
They went out of business.
Okay.
So there you go. I handled it. Not that I handled it like that, but I
I
had
was
to.
about to say, damn, that's a third business you done put out of business there, Scotty.
Nuh-uh. Mike's the one that wants to burn places down to get out of a meeting, not me.
Wow.
Mike says he wants to turn it into a smoke shop.
I drove by there.
There
you
was
know,
that
they're
awesome
redoing the
guy
building.
that used to do the shirts and stuff for us. You know, you
Casey.
put him
No,
out of
I
building.
can't help it that Tubby got so much
And
business that he
business.
couldn't handle it. I
Then there
can't
was
help
the
that.
landscaper that you put out of business.
Really? I can't help that his business got so big that somebody bought him out and he made a killing. So you can't blame that on me either.
So now the Daily Buzz, what the hell?
I can't
man?
help that the boyfriend and girlfriend that owned the business split up. That is not my fault. I had nothing to do with their relationship. God, Stephanie,
Yeah, so
you are horrible. You're trying to paint an image that is so incorrect.
if you want your business to go,
Advice.
just talk to Scotty. Cause yeah,
Wow.
the black ink.
Mike was the one that got out of that meeting.
Mm,
How'd you get out of that meeting, Mike?
you set it up.
No,
Yeah.
I didn't set up the meeting. You were in
Yeah,
contact with him to
you-
set up
you
the
just
meeting.
said that you give us stuff to do, we don't finish it, so you got to jump in there.
Oh,
so
yeah.
You blew it. Not me.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not doing nothing.
All right, we got shit off the commercial anyways, you guys. We'll be right back.
That's why I got divorced.
Go with it.
All right. This St. Jude's Hospital. Oh, okay, yeah, that's right, that's right. Up again. Like a microphone for YouTube.
Sorta. I'm gonna just wire it different. Is all. Just wire it different.
So the microphone is part of that camera?
No, it can be. I've got it turned off. If I turn it on, it's just gonna be a real big echo in here. Cause it, like how if you do a selfie in a bathroom, how it has an echo. That's how it would sound. Yeah, he's sending stuff.
Could we not acoustic the walls?
What?
Could we not acoustic the walls? Or make them so they're sound absorbing?
Yeah. I got the stuff to do it. I just okay. Here's what I need. I need somebody who can find us, like 4x4, 4 foot by 4 foot pieces of cardboard. I've got foam. I need cardboard because I need something I can spray adhesive the foam to the cardboard and then hang it up on the wall.
Larry, my brother, not real brother, but brother, I call
Get
brother.
to
Fucker, let people say shit. Damn,
I'm trying to talk about cardboard, and I don't need you describing.
Brothers, they manufacture cardboard.
Okay, so
Dick. God.
I felt like I was supposed to have a conversation with Stephanie. You do know we're only down to like 1 minute here. So my brother, but not my real brother, I just need to know about cardboard.
Did you know Larry's not my real brother?
I don't need your relationship status.
Fuck munch. God, you're such a fuck nut.
I don't need your relationship status. So
talking to you, I should just be one word.
The way you said it. So my brother Larry, well, he's not really. All I needed to know.
Faster, Mike?
I just needed to know about cardboard, Mike.
Nanoseconds.
What about radio?
Yeah.
What about radio?
What about it? Well, radio is.
God.
Get to the damn point.
I just needed to know about cardboard. I didn't know.
Stephanie.
I didn't need to know who your relatives
What
were.
are you doing? Get to the point. Are you researching this guy? Are you done? Can we go? What are you doing tomorrow? Hurry up!
It's called being on radio, and we have a certain amount of time, fool.
But you gotta paint a picture. You gotta paint a picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, but y'all randomly start talking about stuff that has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
But don't use words.
All right, shut up. All right, we're back, everybody. And what you have just missed is, so I'm telling Mike that I need cardboard. So as we're talking about cardboard, he goes, well, my brother Larry, and I thought he was going to say, can get me cardboard. He says, my brother Larry, well, he's not really my brother. And I'm like, could you get to the point?
I added 4 words, Steph.
Yeah, but if I didn't stop you, you would have started talking about how you met Larry. I just needed to know about cardboard. Stephanie does that too. We're in the middle of a story, and Stephanie's
You know
like,
what my dad used to say? If 50 people tell you you're drunk, you might want to sit down. If we're all not doing
my
it
problem is if we're talking about cantaloupe, Stephanie's like, well, one day at my family reunion there was cantaloupe. No, here's the way it would work. One time at my family reunion, my cousin Bobby reached for the cantaloupe at the same time I did. You know Bobby, the one I made out with 14 times behind the truck that time that we was at the drive-in theater. And I used to go to that drive-in theater a lot. Wasn't it down off of Glenwood? I used to live down the road from there. Yeah, you remember one time in 3rd grade I went to a barbecue? All I wanted to know was about cantaloupe.
So from now on, if he says anything, just look at him and go, cantaloupe!
But that's what y'all do.
Where did you buy cantaloupe?
That's
did
what
you go to
y'all
Kroger?
do,
Did you go to
man.
the tea place? What did you do? Did you cut it with a knife? You got to paint a picture. There's listeners. There's viewers. You got to help them.
So Lou pointed out something that I wanted to smack Stephanie when she said it.
Cantaloupe.
Not a good idea to talk about killing businesses when you have sponsors that take ad spaces on your station. Yeah, I kind of wanted to say that, Lou, but I didn't want to have to be the guy to say it because then they would hang me for saying, oh, I can't believe you said that. But, you're right. Thanks for pointing it out, kind sir.
Hey, Lou, are you busy on Friday night?
Are you asking him out on a date? Alex
No.
asked me one time if I came here often.
I want to sneak in here one Friday night about 9 and do a DJ thing and play some old music and talk trash. But
Tubby used to say he was going to do that, but
Lou
you know how that works.
Lou is more my age. We're close in age and we're both Italian.
Oh, so we're having oldies night.
Yeah. Cantaloupe. I don't want to explain what we're going to do. As soon as I open my mouth, I'll be called stupid.
No.
Let's do an oldie. Cantaloupe.
No,
Cantaloupe.
your dumbass would go to tell me, you would go to say, we're going to do an 80s night, and then the next thing I know, you would start talking about how you were 13 years old smoking dope behind the Quick Trip.
In the 80s.
But yet you were in the middle of talking about how you wanted to do the show. So you would have us believing you wanted to talk about doing a show. Next thing you know, you'd go, like, how many times in the middle of a conversation do you just start talking about, hello, one of our listeners said this morning, right in the middle of talking, you're like, yeah, I used to sell weed, blah, blah. And you go in this story about selling weed, and it has nothing to do with the music.
Cantaloupe.
But yeah, that's what I wanted to do on a Friday or Saturday night was do a rock show.
Oh, okay. Well, that's enough talking
show.
about that.
Yeah.
That's way too much.
But neither one of you have stepped up to do it.
Hey, Steph, Cantaloupe. From now on, that's my answer to everything. Mike, what do you think about the NFL thing? Cantaloupe.
So, Gene even said Friday night or Thursday night is 80s night.
Yeah, man. See, I think
I agree, but who's going to do it?
Well, I mean, I'll come in and do it. I got to have somebody else with me. I'm not
But you
just gonna sit here and
can't
talk.
say and we'll do it, and you do it. I mean, we're either going to do it
Friday night.
We either going to do it and say it's a once a month thing, or it's every other week thing, or it's every week thing.
Well, Friday
but
night, every
it takes
night.
commitment.
I know. See, I'm supposed to be flying the drone for that football team.
He don't even own one, Stephanie.
Oh, my
Are you going to
God.
let him get away with this?
Here we go, Cantaloupe.
Homeboy don't even own a droid.
Cantaloupe.
A drone.
Cantaloupe.
He don't own either.
So
he's got it on rent to buy. 14 crashes later.
They have away games that I'm not going to go to because God, high school football plays some away games, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
That's weird. So just the ones that are here. It's only like 3 or 4 times, but I need somebody to sit here with me and talk. I'm not going to come just by myself because then I'd sound
Why
like
you do all
Jake.
the time at home?
I would. That's different. I come.
Stephanie, hey, you didn't have to repeat it.
I didn't repeat
It was called a one-liner.
Cantaloupe.
Jesus.
I gotta have somebody that we can talk about the music and
Stephanie,
like
how about those trees, man? Are they
Jacob
beautiful?
does the
I
rough
mean,
edge. He's like, "Hey, I'm stoned, and this was."
he's getting better, dude. I
this
told him he
is
need to
quiet.
ooze some personality.
Quiet, right? Thank you very much. This is
Stephanie.
Jacob from Tulsa.
Stephanie,
Cantaloupe.
would you please speak and let's save the show because Mike's
Come on,
rambling
Steph.
is
Come
getting
on.
old.
Friday night, come up here with me. Not this Friday, but next Friday. Come on, Steph. Can you do it? Can you do it? Can you do it?
What's next Friday's date?
Hell, beats the crap noid out of me.
Yeah, and I think we're gonna have a visitor that will be.
Yeah.
The problem is Stephanie don't need to, and this, let me criticize, she don't want to work on a Friday because she wants to be at home listening and grilling out. That's what they do on Fridays.
All right, well, we'll do it late, grill out, come over here drunk, and we'll have a blast. You and I have done it before.
Yeah.
Behind the bowling alley.
Yes, we have.
Behind the bowling alley.
Don't deny my love. You cantaloupe.
Stephanie, I would here. I don't know if I wanted you to high five me because you would.
I did not do it with him.
Yes, you did.
Is that how you kept your job there? He was your boss. Was it an inner office romance,
I
or
had
were
a
you just
couch.
in the wrong lane?
Do you know when I took that job, there was a couch in the office?
Really?
There was a
I
couch
threw
Really,
it down
really,
the steps.
really, you don't picture a dive bowling alley?
Hey, look now, look. You know, we've all put some age on us, but Steph back then in the day,
Stephanie,
she was cute.
do you listen to what he's saying?
Gee, Mike, thanks.
You were cute back then. Now,
So how
you
many
look like a
sexual
troll now,
advances?
but- Cantaloupe. You look like a cantaloupe would like.
You better shut up. My
My
leader, he died yesterday. I'm in mourning.
You're who?
Willy Wonka passed away yesterday.
Crap, man. Where's
Oh my God!
Hey, there's a
Speaking
He
of-
said to save the damn show, so I'm trying.
There's a cantaloupe.
So are y'all? So are y'all gathering? Are y'all gathering today to go carry the casket?
Yes.
Across the
We're
chocolate
all
river.
going to be, yes, exactly. We're going to be swimming in the chocolate river of
Hey,
life.
and guess what? Nobody invited DJ Scottie, so it will go. It'll go all the way. It won't burn down or it won't shut down. Nobody will break up.
You're an idiot. You're the guy
You're
that set the
the-
place
you
on
did it.
fire to get
You
out of it. I
did
mean,
it.
Mike is so
You set
lazy.
that up.
Mike is so
You
lazy.
set- you're a
For
cantaloupe.
3 weeks,
You're a
he
cantaloupe.
came up with every excuse possible to not go to this meeting. And
You're
then
a
after he
cantaloupe.
ran out of my grandma died for the 14th time, he's like, I just torched the building. The dude will be so busy, he can't come to the meeting.
I went the day before and we said we are gonna meet the next day. So you heard
and
about
then you
that.
burned it down?
You heard about that and you snuck over there late at night and burned the place down. 'Cause
Oh,
you're a-
my God,
You're
Mike.
you're a cantaloupe.
You are such a
See,
D-nugget.
Lou even said he'll come along because Scotty's not going to be here.
Oh,
'Cause
my
he
God.
doesn't want to break up with his wife, or he doesn't want his business to tank.
Mike
Yeah.
is such an idiot.
How's Doc doing, by the way? Is Doc okay? Because she left here and everything tanked. I was wondering,
Everything tanked.
did you kill that too?
Everything's going great for her. How did it tank? You're such
now,
an idiot.
Are you a rally killer?
You're
a rally
such
killer.
an
Yeah,
idiot.
she apparently seen me yesterday, and I didn't see her. And she
You
sent
two
me
are
a
running on the
text.
same level
Yeah.
or the same altitude. Y'all should be able to see each
Well,
other.
she sent me a
You'll pick
text.
each other out in the
Did you
crowd.
not see me waving? So
I was behind the third kneecap at the driver's license renewal shop.
She said I
Wait a
was.
minute. Now you're not making fun of Karn, are you?
No, Karn's my bud.
She said I was.
You just
waving
did the
at
voice though.
No, that's Doc.
But she said she was waving so
Yeah.
whatever at me that the car behind me stopped, thinking that she was waving at them.
She
I'm like,
was waving. That
I'm
looked like
sorry.
a baby Tyrannosaurus Rex trying to wipe its butt.
Arms like.
Yeah. And you know what she was saying? You know what she was yelling? Cantaloupe! Cantaloupe!
Well, I was in a deep conversation with Travis about my van.
How the hell could you be in a deep conversation with Travis? Have you ever really It's Travis, Stephanie. How deep can the conversation be? I picture the song now. How deep is your love playing?
Let her talk. Let her
For
talk.
real, because it was about the van and my crazy
Mike, are you
van.
actually entertaining this because you want to hear how a deep conversation between them two goes?
I want to know what words y'all
It's
use.
like watching two silverbacks go, and they reach down
Okay,
and start
man.
throwing dirt in the air like there's something.
Look, cantaloupe.
No, my van. If it sits at an angle, you can start it right up. No problem.
What do you mean sits at an angle?
I
If
want to
it
hear
sits
this
at an
education. I
angle-
need to hear this educational.
Angle.
Hold
So
on,
nose
hold on
down?
one second.
Yes.
You're now listening to Automotive Tech Talk with Steph the Redneck. Listen as she explains how the multi-point fuel injection system works on a piece of crap Astrovan.
So
No,
you
I
like
don't
when the
even
tail,
know
you like
why
when the
it's
tires
working.
are flat up front
So-
because it's easier to
So
start.
what
When I
degree
sit-
angle does it need to be? Like the front end needs to be at a 45-degree angle?
I don't know. Whatever.
Look
my,
at her hand.
What-
Look at her hand. Are you waving at the cars driving by? You know what she's trying to do? Look. Remember that?
Yeah.
The wave.
Or out the window. Remember doing that when you were a kid?
Steph, what the hell are you trying to say?
When my van,
Tech
I
talk.
started parking it on the upper side of the
Of Manhattan?
my driveway, the upper side that's got a little bit of an angle because there was a trailer in my usual spot. Anyways, and you go out
Cantaloupe. You see where we go?
there, you go out there and it cranks right up. No
Because
problem.
it's sunken
I,
down.
yeah, it's at an angle. The front end is lower than
Because-
the ass end.
Because
or the
there was an
rear
RV
end.
parked there before.
No, no, a moving trailer. No. Anyways, when I sit level or when I park level in Scotty's driveway and I go to crank it, it just spins until it finally catches and then it cranks up. Unless I go out there and I turn the ignition on.
You asked for this, Mike. You asked for this.
Now, you and Travis talked about this?
Yes.
What did he say?
He says he has no idea.
Well, that's deep.
You hear 10 minutes of Steph with Travis, and Travis goes, oh, no.
That's like going
That's
fishing.
exactly how he said. I don't know.
Okay, so let me
It's like
let me explain to you what maybe this means. There's trash in your gas tank. Because if your gas tank's sitting at a 45-degree angle, whatever trash the fuel pump's picking up is when it's sitting level, the fuel pump's picking it up. When it's leaning forward, all the trash goes to the other end, or the bad gas goes to the other end, and then it's able to crank. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Ching. Now you can.
Now let me just say this, Mike. You encouraged that 15 minutes of and I answered it in like 45 seconds.
Steph.
What?
Did you like telling that story?
Yes.
I enjoyed listening to it. You know, she came on my show, and we let her talk.
Imagine that.
And she had a beer, and
But
she
do-
was laughing
but
her
do
ass
you-
off. She had us dying.
You do know it's a night show where there's no time clock, and y'all can talk about farts as much as y'all want.
We had a great conversation. It was like 4 of us. We were laughing our butts off.
Mm-hmm. And for radio purposes, was it a worthwhile show?
Hell yeah. Steph, did you have fun?
Yes.
I did too. Sounded like a plan. Cantaloupe.
And from Travis, there's no trash in the gas tank. I made sure it was clean before I put it back in there.
So forget about the part that I just said, or it has some bad gas.
Now, when it's spinning, is it the starter spinning and not catching? Because that could be a bad thing, right?
Listen to what I'm saying. If it's sitting flat ground and it's not cranking,
It's
and
something with the gas.
and it's sitting at a 45-degree angle and it is cranking, then it has to be a fluid,
Yeah.
which most likely becomes a gas issue, which most likely means if you've gotten some bad gas, that
which you can get
which you
anywhere,
can get
anytime.
anywhere,
Yeah.
anytime.
Yeah.
Which means when
don't care.
you're driving and it's all shaking around, it becomes one liquid with weird bubbles apparently if you look at it that way. And then when you park, it separates again.
Right.
So apparently, if it's parked at an angle, nose down, whatever the gas is moving and splitting back up.
Well, see, I was asking him because the way that it sounds when it sits flat, it almost sounds like it's flooded. So I was asking him, is it possible that it's flooding itself? And he said that no, he didn't think
Well,
so.
I've seen
I
you
said-
sit flat and you've wet yourself, so it is possible. Come on, Mike. You know that was good.
There was a giant cantaloupe in the room. I know.
Because everything is new. The spider injector's new. The fuel pump's new. The fuel filter's new. Everything is new. So I don't know. I don't get it.
I just keep hearing, I don't know.
Have you
know.
brought
I
it
don't
over
know.
to our friends?
Which
Sounds like low on gas, fuel light
Rob's
probably
Performance?
on. Just saying.
Have you brought it to Rob?
No, the tank is full. It's
But
on F.
That's where the joke of it is, that maybe you've got bad gas. Unlike
yeah,
when
I
you're
had baked beans last night,
I
so
knew
of
she was gonna go
course.
there. I knew it.
That is such. That is. See, now we got a conversation going with Steph. She's laughing. You're laughing. I'm dying inside. I'm all proud.
Dude, have
No,
you
wait, we
seen
haven't
you?
done
You've been dying on
Steph.
time for a long time.
Steph, how long did the gas last last night?
No, we're not doing that on this show, Mike. Your show is
Look at her.
Jackass
She's
Radio.
having a good time. Steph.
I've got listeners saying I think it's the driver. Maybe she's
No.
she's fueled.
No.
So listen, I got to tell you funny. So listen, I'm riding on my motorcycle Sunday to some Kid Rock.
Mm-hmm.
And how funny is it is in the
Channel.
song, he says robo tripping, and the first thing I thought about was Jeff
Yeah.
Matthias.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that was great. Let's talk about the fart, Steph.
No, why, Mike,
How long did it last?
on your stupid show, you can talk about that. Your night show, you can be a little more crazy with that.
Everybody farts.
After 9 o'clock, we don't talk about all
Everybody
that.
farts.
But not everybody wants to talk
Even
about
your
it.
dog farts.
You had your nose up her rectum and saw that yesterday.
That's disgusting. And I fell down. She came over to help. It's different. Do cats fart? Does anybody? have a
Stephanie, you've
cat?
milked the
Everything
cat. Does the
does.
cat do it?
Everything farts.
Yes.
My monsters don't fart.
We're going to a commercial, you guys. We'll be right back.
Living thing
Why did you
does.
eat something? Is that what made you fart?
Because it's 9:29. He's supposed to be called.
Yeah. And I get choked up.
I don't know anything about this guy or anything.
I sent the Wikipedia and the things.
I'm gonna get caught up on
Hey.
LinkedIn. LinkedIn has blown
Hey.
up for us. Cantaloupe. What's I don't even-
That's what I said like 20 minutes ago. I need you on that.
Now, can you send me whatever link you have so we're on the same sheet of music? Get it?
20 minutes ago, she did.
No, she didn't. Did she? Oh, I'm sorry. Let me check.
That's why I said 20
It didn't
minutes
come
ago.
up.
It should have.
Why do you? Yeah, I kind of
had a lot more.
ignore Jacob. I'm sorry, but I can't. It's.
You're supposed to be doing show stuff during the show. You can off on your sites afterwards.
Shit, man. Jacob, I love you, man. You know.
Steph,
that.
didn't we just have this conversation
But
20
you
minutes
can't-
ago?
No, you
At
can't.
9:45, we went to commercial, and I said,
9:45. It's only 9:30.
we needed, 8:45. I said we needed to be prepared for this.
I think we've talked about this way too long. I really.
Cantaloupe! Since that's our new word.
We're gonna have a whole thing of cantaloupe. What the hell? I have to join his Facebook page, really?
Ooh.
No, did you?
Chin. Well, no, I'm going to his. You're looking at Wikipedia. Yeah. You're looking at Wikipedia. I'm looking at Facebook. You see what I'm getting at?
Blue said I had Mexican last night. I totally have bad guess. Stephanie!
Holy crap! That was.
And you're encouraging it.
That was awesome. That had duration. When you burp and it has.
How old are you?
What difference? How many birthdays I have has nothing to do with
Why
the
do
duration.
you keep staring? Is there somebody walking around out there?
I thought that was my job, is to look up there. I'm a security, I'm a freak about that shit. Every car that's
You
pulled in
are
your
a
driveway,
freak. There's no
I'm
doubt
like,
about it. You're looking, hoping a red car is going to pull that driveway.
No, she's at work. She's down in Atlanta. We already talked this morning. She hates traffic. For people that don't, like deal with that kind of stuff well, traffic is really affects some people badly. Road rage. I mean, like cussing, throwing stuff.
Okay, so y'all are ready? I'm going to go to Wiz.
Because we're talking about cantaloupes. What? The farmer's market is important. Why? What are you laughing about over there?
It says that it's just the gas pressure leaking down.
So a vacuum line, maybe?
I don't know, but
I think that's what the problem with the.
I don't think a vacuum line is going to make a difference on your.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Whoa, look
All
at that.
I know is that when it sits
He
in an angle.
he played with Jeff Beck.
Yes, he played with Jeff Beck.
We had to get a clutch put in it, and it had bad gas. If I cranked it after leaving it parked, I could crank it and drive it, but then after it moved all the slush around, the car started acting up. Usually, I'm just explaining, that's how I had to learn about the gas tanks. Once it gets moving, and okay, do you know why? Did you hear what I said a few minutes ago? A few minutes ago, not a few seconds ago, a few minutes ago, I said, when you're parked, water and gas separate. And then when you get moving around, it becomes like looking at a Sprite with little bubbles in it. The water and the gas mix together, so you're driving and you're burning it out. Then when you park, and it starts slowly separating again, and then you go to crank it. Well, if you're sitting flat, your fuel filter might be grabbing the bad gas to get cranked. Whereas when you're sitting at an angle, the water's over here, and you're actually cranking with gas. Do you catch what I'm saying now?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
And when
it
did this
sits
start?
flat, about a week after.
Means you probably got some bad gas, or could be that you got some bad.
I can't, man.
About a
There's
week
just y'all
after he
can't keep
figured
saying
out-
bad gas. I got a comment.
After he figured out that
I
he had
can't
put
do
the
it.
spider injector in backwards.
So everything was running great, and all of a sudden
it wasn't running good.
It wouldn't come out of reverse.
I'm saying before it started acting stupid at this point, it was running great, and then all of a sudden.
It would crank no problem.
Are we back live?
Yes, we're going back live.
Don't we have a phone call coming in?
I'm about to pull my hair out. And we're live.
Is the phone on?
Why wouldn't the phone be on,
Did you pay the
Stephanie?
bill?
That's why it wouldn't be on, because you sometimes don't throw your arms up. No, sir.
Sometimes you forget.
No, sir.
Stephanie,
Sometimes
There's
Stephanie,
numerous times.
Stephanie,
What?
only on the 14th do we ever have a problem.
Oh, okay. What's today's
We didn't
date?
know that. We don't know when the bills are due.
No.
You don't tell us nothing. Hell, the Daily Buzz has been shut down for a week, and I didn't know.
Oh, it just yesterday.
Do you know
Wow.
them? Do you know Kim and David?
I know enough.
Yeah. Oh, whatever. Cantaloupe.
Mm.
So, are we calling him? What?
He's supposed to be calling us.
See, this is never good. This
How
is
is
not good. Having people call in.
Mike
is never
hates
good.
being out of control. Do you know that?
Yeah, I do. We should be calling
listen
him.
to Jacob. He's like, none of this falls on me. I sent info yesterday.
Oh crap! See that? See what he does? Freaking handicap.
Do you realize that this show is based on dogging the hell out of the other people? I mean, because that's what we do Monday through Fridays, dog each other out.
I thought that was the tagline for the show.
You know, I told you it was like sitting on the front porch drinking with your cousins.
Would
well,
you're like the brother I never liked.
The way me and you would sit on the front porch drinking with our cousins, not the way Stephanie would sit on the front porch drinking with their cousins.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Scotty on this one.
And she's putting on lip lube.
Yeah.
See, look. I
Talking-
told you, not the way she sits on the front porch. We're talking about sitting on the front porch drinking with our cousin, and Stephanie's like, and she's lubing her lips up. I'm telling
I put
you.
Carmax on my lips.
No, me and my cousins don't do that.
And what else?
I mean, I got some.
No, you use a dipstick over there.
Oh, God. Isn't it time for a commercial
Oh,
again?
cantaloupe. Oh, my God. How about them trees?
Okay, I got to go with the brother I never liked over here on the sitting on the porch. Steph, I got to admit, I'm not going to your family reunion. There would be no way in hell.
Do you know the only good reason I would want to go there? I bet you they have some good food.
Oh, yeah, there's some hell of a really good food.
Hell of a lube? Is that what you just said? I'm not going. You can't pay me to go. I wouldn't even bring the drum
Hell
I
of
don't
a
know.
lube.
You just said hell. You said hell of a lube.
I
What
meant
is
to say hell
lube?
of a good.
That's what she said.
Well, hell of a good and hell of a lube is close.
Two different words.
What the hell are you talking about? Steffi?
Oh, I got a favor.
What does hell of a lube mean?
I don't know. Is that hello
Please
in a
stop.
redneck country?
Wow, I'm a little dry. I think we're gonna need a hell of a lube. I got 5:30.
Now,
I got some 10:30.
hey, now she's asking you to bite her, dude. I mean, what are y'all doing over here?
Can you film your family reunion for us?
Is it illegal?
We
It
don't
might
have
be illegal.
family reunions anymore.
I
Well,
know
can
why.
I can see
Yeah,
why.
that whole incest thing is against the law in every state.
I was gonna say in all the states
once,
of the union.
Once your family is all on the same side of the tree, let's just say
Oh my God.
it's not any
You remember?
foreign-
You remember we tried to do our family tree and it just had a hard right-hand turn.
It looked like a bonsai tree, and it had a bottle of hell of a lube.
It
next
looked
to
like the Charlie Brown Christmas tree, Bubba. It was so sad.
Come on, fire back! Oh my!
What?
Fire back!
There's nothing I can say because I have two cousins that are dating actually
Shit.
together right now.
Two
living
cousins
together.
that are dating
So-
and living together. This is
and
the first I've heard
when-
of this one.
When they get married,
You've
if
been
they
holding
get
back.
married because they're supposedly get married. The one thing is she's not gonna have to change her last name.
Damn, you've been holding back on this info.
Yep, I sure have.
Good God Almighty! So are they first, second, or third cousins? It does matter. Third cousin is diluted water.
She just said the whole thing that came out of this was when they get married, they don't change names.
Yeah, she
Stephanie,
doesn't
are
have to
they
change
first
her last name.
cousins,
check
second
this out.
cousins, third cousins? Can you get into like seventh cousins? The water's so diluted it
Look,
doesn't
check this
matter.
Out, check this out. They're first cousins, so she's gonna hyphenate her last name.
My
All right, wait. Let me get a piece of paper out
What's
because
their
I
last
need to draw.
name?
I need to draw
What's their
this.
last name?
I can't-
Okay, so say it.
I'll
Tell
send
me.
it to you,
Tell
but
me.
I can't
Tell
say
me.
it on
I'm
air.
starting at the bottom of this piece of paper.
my grandfather.
Oh, hold on. Okay, granddaddy.
It's my stepfather.
Well, it's my uncle. It's my uncle's.
Stop. Start back with granddaddy. I'm drawing it.
Okay, my granddaddy is my step grandfather.
So he's
My
not
dad-
biologically your grandfather.
Right. And my dad.
Are these people, are they biologically related?
No, but they
Y'all
do
just
have the same
found 'em
last
or what?
name.
Okay, stop. But they're not biologically related.
Correct.
So they're not doing anything illegal.
Correct. But it's still, if they got married, she would not have to change her last name.
Yeah, but they're not biologically related.
Right.
There's no blood at all between
No.
these two,
Then how could
besides
they be
once a
cousins?
month.
You said they were
Adopted.
cousins.
My
Okay, let's hear it again.
grandfather's brother.
Okay, hold on. Grandfather's brother, so that branches to the right. Go ahead.
Met a lady that already had a child.
So the grandfather's brother married a woman, that goes to the right.
He adopted the child.
So the grandfather's brother adopted the lady's kid.
Yes.
Okay, so that's a 45-degree angle to the right because it's her offspring, right?
Yes. It's
Okay,
her.
it's her offspring. Go ahead.
And he met a woman and got married to her.
Who?
The son.
The son met a woman, that goes to the right, and he married a woman.
Yes.
And then they had a kid?
They had a kid.
Okay, that makes...
That's one of them.
Right, so that goes forward. Okay.
So my grandfather's son
Your grandfather's son, so that goes up.
had the other one.
Okay,
had
the
a
grandfather's
child.
son now has had a child.
Yes, but my grandfather and the son are biological. That is his biological
The
dad.
grandfather had a son, and it's biologically his.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I would assume when you said had a son. Okay, and then
I was just
and then
making sure
excuse me,
that-
hold on. And then that son had a son,
Had a child. Had a daughter.
had a
Yes.
daughter. Okay, and now that daughter's marrying that whatever all the way to the right is.
Yes,
Okay,
but they have the same last name.
okay. Do you look? I want you to see this drawing. So, let me get closer. So, okay, that's her grandfather. All right, that's her grandfather's brother. The grandfather's brother married a woman who the grandfather's brother and the woman had a son.
No, he adopted.
Hold on. But they adopted. Well, okay, follow. He adopted her son. So, see, that goes up because it's her son. He adopted. All right, and then that guy gets married, and they have a kid, which apparently is a boy. Now you come back over to Stephanie's grandfather who has a son, and then he has a son, and now he's marrying that girl. Or marrying that she is marrying that. But that's a lot of right-hand turns, dude.
No, but there is genetics.
How's their genetics?
No, because
Grandpa's not a real grandpa, so there's no genetics right there.
hold on. This grandfather had a son who then had a daughter. That's DNA to Stephanie.
That's genetic.
Yes.
Okay. Now this brother of the grandfather married a woman
Who already had a son. that
who
he
already had a son
adopted.
and he just adopted. So there's that break. That's a break in the line.
Okay, got you.
Because see, this man and woman had a baby. That's where the V is. So that's the break in the line because it's adopted.
Okay, yeah. So there's no legalities.
But it's still funny as
So
hell.
there's no DNA. Well,
But
they've
it's still
swapped.
funny.
They've swapped DNA, but
Yeah,
there's no
it's-
DNA.
I'm just gonna go with look. Usually, when DNA is spelled out, it's capital D, capital N, capital
But
A.
the cool thing
In
is
this case, it might be a capital D, capital N, and a little
little A. So, anyways, here's the thing: they get married, she don't have to change her name. They get divorced, she ain't got to change her name.
Mhm.
I mean, it actually works,
And they can still live together.
Yeah.
Legally.
and still go to the same family reunion, and still see each other. But
Never-
but there is no legality problem. Okay, I'm my own grandpa in my past life
Yeah,
of
that's-
dating another woman is what I'm getting from all
Yeah.
of this.
Y'all have heard that song, right? There's a song called "I'm My Own Grandpa."
No, I've never heard that
And
song.
you seriously? Oh, you ought to find it. It's called "I'm My Own Grandpa," and this guy goes through his whole genealogy.
And Jacob said this has been a great show no matter what. Write that in the book.
Yeah. Okay. Well, no, I'm not going to write it in the book. The only thing I'm going to write in the book is once again, Jacob has scheduled something and it fell through.
Shout out to I'm assuming it's Cara or it might be Kara. Shout out to Cara or Kara. I don't know which one I'm pronouncing right. In Iowa, she got my last Just for Fun sticker. She's watching and cracking up with this cousin stuff.
Where's
So,
she from? Iowa?
I
Don't even get me
apologize.
started.
I'm gonna say Kara because it's Cara. Kara.
Kara, yeah. Now, here's the deal. She lives in Iowa.
Yeah, them cornbread predate.
Okay, children of the corn.
Let
baby.
me tell you something. I just drew the family bush because I wouldn't call that a tree. Trees grow up, bushes grow left or right. You know.
Iowa, seriously? Children of the corn, Stepford wives, all that crap? Don't get me started, girl. What was her name? Kara?
Kara,
call in, sweetheart. Call in 678-760-1555-6000.
760-1556. It's a 678 area code. I'm dyslexic, and I even got that right.
I'm sitting here thinking, anytime I've been to Iowa or any up there with the corn and Nebraska and all that
Children
stuff,
of the corn.
let me
right?
tell you something. There are some people out there with one eyeball in the middle of their head, and they're going,
Their third eye?
Daddy.
I'm picturing all them cats running around with
Daddy.
sickles, man.
Yeah, man. Zachariah and
That's right.
What was his name?
What was it? Malachi.
That was it. I couldn't get it.
You know, Children of the Corn, the very first one was really
it was brutal,
pretty
man.
damn scary.
Loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they started getting stupid
They all do. Kind of like Penny Dreadful. So.
about the demon in the corn and.
So, wait. I got to back up for a second. Beep. So, do y'all remember last week when I got this stupid text message from somebody that says, "Good morning, Nikki. What up with you? This is the guy from the Chevron."
Yes, I remember.
Okay. Now, he has sent another one that says, and I typed back, "What up?" Remember? And he said, "Damn, baby, I thought you gave me the wrong number at first, LOL. At work right now. What are you up to?"
Come on, man. We got to play with this.
We got to
I'm fixing to.
Come on, man. You know we have to play with this.
I'm saying send me
Call me.
selfie.
Tell him to call. And
I'm saying send me a selfie. Oh, it won't send. That means his number's been changed. Dang it, man. That is awesome because it has a big question mark. Exclamation point, like an error just took place.
Dang it.
Man, I was wanting to see who it was.
Well, when did the message come in?
It was last week.
August 25th.
Oh. Huh. I guess he lost his phone number since then. And yeah, here it is. We got.
Yeah, it won't send. It keeps red flagging it. Dang, man.
Is there something wrong with that
Is there
phone?
something wrong with the phone?
Hold on, let's find
I'll
out.
call it. I'm calling
Hold on.
it. Oh.
I'm calling you.
Okay.
Really, I don't know your number. I'm not calling your number.
Well, I'm calling you then.
I'm calling you.
Hey, something is wrong. What did you do this morning?
I didn't do anything.
Well, when you started doing some settings.
I didn't touch any settings.
Oh, man. That means that guy's tried to call? Wouldn't that suck? Huh? What's it saying?
It says.
Isn't that something? Me and Steph was messing with the phone a little while ago. No, it's working. Okay. I thought, wouldn't that suck? We started playing with the phone this morning, and we done screwed up the phone.
Yeah, because
the guest who was going to call in has been trying to call in.
All I did was, now I'll try to see if you can send the message. But all I did was went to the My Metro to open up the data usage thing. I touched nothing else.
I touched nothing.
I touched nothing.
Nope, it's still red flagged. Well, dude may change his number.
Huh.
So anyhow, it's always a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Wouldn't you like to be Steph's neighbor?
Won't you be my neighbor? Well,
Jacob said that she tried calling in and it went to voicemail. I thought we were having a mail call.
I'm getting
who
confused.
Is she?
Oh, the girl that he just told to call in.
Mm-hmm.
Tell him to call back because apparently, that might have been the same time we were calling. Wow. I'm telling you, testicle difficulties this morning.
Oh, that's her from Iowa. That's Kara.
Yeah, but how did the ring get so friggin' low? Just for fun radio.
Hello, it's Kara from Iowa.
Hey, Kara! How's the corn hanging up there?
I don't know. It's good. It's fall. It's going to be ready to be harvested in about 6 weeks, I think.
People are telling me that my phone's an Obama phone. No wonder it's not working.
She knows when they harvest the corn.
Mike found that was so funny.
So,
so how did you end up getting involved with watching us or
listening
wasting your moments with us?
Yeah, why would you do this?
Well, I used to be a vlogger, and then I met Jacob online, and then I just went and seen him and Danielle here just this month. Earlier this month, I went down to Oklahoma, and he gave me a sticker, and then I just haven't really found any time, and then I seen it this morning, so I'll tune in, and oh my gosh, I was laughing so hard at the whole cousin thing and that family branch or bush. It's not really a tree. And then I call in that I don't really have a story like that, so I'm not as interesting.
Yeah, just sit back and listen to us.
Let me just paint y'all an image, right? So what I do when I draw this of her family bush, I draw a circle because it starts with her grandfather.
That didn't sound right.
Well, then it goes up one circle it goes a line to another circle because that would be the grandfather's offspring, and then it would go one line in one circle for the other offspring because now you'd have grandfather, and then his son, and then that's that guy's daughter. So that's a straight line up with 3 circles: grandfather, son, daughter, straight line genetically. But then you go to the right with the grandfather's brother. Then you go to the right with the grandfather's brother's wife, then it moves up one with her son, then it moves right to his wife, and then moves up one with their son, and then it goes way over here to the left and hooks up with the cousin.
I think you lost me about 3 rights back.
But on both levels, they go up 3 levels of DNA or down 3 levels of DNA. So they're equivalent. It just has a left turn somewhere. I think it's NASCAR. It's a DuPont racing vehicle.
Well, you know the car starts better when it's leaning to the left.
Apparently, or facing downhill.
Well, I guess I've been doing it all wrong, trying to meet strangers. Maybe I just look around my family bush. I could probably get a date.
Well, I would like to thank you for calling in, Kara, from Iowa, and talking about your family bush.
I thought they waxed nowadays. Wow. Anyways, they say the 3 leading places to pick up dates is family reunions,
Iowa,
weddings, and funerals. Because if you catch them at the family reunion, most of the time they're happy and drunk. Yeah. Weddings, they're happy
and
drunk. Funerals, they're just sad and drunk. But either way, they're all vulnerable. And you just have to come up with a great pickup line.
I have to admit, when you said all 3 of these things, there is a hidden
all
variable.
3 have relatives involved.
Yeah, they're all relatives. You already know them.
But the thing is, Mike says that if you catch them at the family reunion, they're happy drunk. But if you catch them at the funeral, they're like sad and, hey, let me give you a shoulder lean on, and I'm here to talk to you.
Yeah, that kind of gives you an end.
Oh, yeah.
When they're sad.
That's right.
Oh, yeah. Because let me tell you something. After dating me, you will be way past sad. Yeah. You will be in therapy, for God's sakes. I have changed more women over to the other side than anyone I know.
There was that movie, Good Luck Chuck. Good Luck Chuck. Everybody would date the guy and then end up getting married and having a kid. With Mike, it's all about if you would like to transition over to being a lesbian, Mike is your last stop to making that decision.
I got a 55.
If that's the way I want to go, that's a sure bet. Huh?
That's right.
Yeah, I got a 55-gallon jug of hell of a lube. And
Stephanie's family lube.
Yeah, it's made in Alabama and it's illegal to transport out of.
Would hell of a lube be like a combination of bull and hog snort slime, like what comes out of their nose?
No, that's just minor lube. I'm talking about hell of a lube. You know what? I can't even talk about the ingredients.
What would the consistency of hell of a lube be? Is it like a 20-40 weight, 20-50 weight, Quaker State?
If I told you, I'd have to kill you. I mean, it's that secret. It's only made in third world countries.
Is it the difference of the consistency of say hot honey and cold honey? Is that the difference?
There is rumors that there are Girl Scouts minced up in this stuff.
They get hung up in it and they look like that mosquito from Jurassic Park and that weird ball of lava, whatever that was.
Yeah, exactly. I don't even know what you're talking about, but yeah. That's what I mean. You can't even transport hell of a lube out of the country.
Hell of a lube. So anyways, how long have you been listening? Is today your first day?
Yeah, it's my first date. I just
Okay.
haven't really found the time, and then here I was with a lot of time this morning, so.
Would you like
Yay,
to purchase?
It's worked out well.
If you'd like to purchase Hell of a Lube, we have a special going this week for people in Iowa because we understand that it's almost time to harvest the corn.
Well, she just said it's hard meeting people, so maybe she needs a hella lube.
When you're in the middle
Is
of
it one of those, like, if I act now, I buy one and get another one for half off?
He'll
Oh my
send you a
God.
chamois to dry off with when you're done.
Yeah. And you know.
I was asked to ask you what part of Iowa you're in.
Does it matter?
Southeast.
Yeah. Is there?
It doesn't really matter. I mean, I'm in the biggest town in our county, and that's not saying a lot. It's maybe 25,000 people.
And that means they got $1 Central, and they're close to a Walmart.
And now,
yeah.
See,
is there
listen,
a
I
Walmart
rode through. What is it? Indiana's. Which one's on the left of the two? Indiana and Iowa. Which one's on the left? I never remember.
Illinois and then Indiana.
Is that what it is?
East.
And where's Iowa? Where am I lost?
Sitting right there, Cantaloupe.
Well,
I'm above Missouri and below Minnesota.
Oh, okay. Because I know I had to travel there one time, and I drove through the bottom of both, and man, it was like, I felt like I was in the middle of nowhere.
Well, you completely understand how the Texas Chainsaw Massacres occur when you ride up there, because you just ride and there's just corn. And
Like
corn. And
I
corn
went through this one town, and they had a car wash, a McDonald's, a Walmart, and I know by now they probably got a Dollar General.
Well, probably by now.
By
I
now.
grew up in a town. It didn't, and it still doesn't to this day even have a stoplight.
Well, my sister-in-law.
It didn't even have street signs.
My sister-in-law lives in Waterloo up there. That's why I.
Waterloo after hella lube.
No, Waterloo. Waterloo.
I used to live in Waterloo. That's kind of a big city.
Yeah.
Waterloo.
Wow. You just compared it as a small city, and this woman just said it's kind of a big
I
city.
didn't say it was a small.
Okay.
I don't know. I've never been there though.
Did you say you just went there?
No, I've never been there. I'm just saying my
It's an
sister-in-law
Amazon mill,
lives.
isn't it?
I'm sorry.
It's where?
Waterloo must be kind of popular. It's an Abbason, right?
Oh, I have no idea. I just know that that's.
We don't
where-
speak Iowanese. Can
she
you
said
translate?
it's an ABBA song.
Oh.
Yeah, Abba.
Oh, y'all are
Is
still
it?
listening to that up there? Baby, I'm sorry.
That's what I think of every time I hear Waterloo.
Well, you know what I think of when I hear Waterloo? Napoleon, you know?
Oh, my
That's water
God.
polo.
Marco.
Polo.
This woman thought that we were talking about the TV series on Netflix called Marco Polo, and Stephanie goes, I thought that was just a game we played in the swimming pool.
It is.
did.
It is.
I'm like, yeah, Stephanie.
She asked me today why they built the Great Wall of China, which
Yes, I did.
ironically enough has to do with Marco Polo.
I'm still waiting for an answer that would be.
Well, the
I
wall
thought
was
Marco
built.
Polo was
The
a
wall was
made-up
built to
person.
keep the Mongols from basically taking all of China, which Iowa. What was that?
Well, the Hawkeyes, we're famous for that, right? We got a good football team.
Well, that's kind of, I guess, a personal opinion. Obviously, you guys don't go off of actual score. There, but...
Oh my God!
Why?
Well, there went that new guest, that new listener.
You're a brand new listener. We
Yes,
love
she
our
was.
listeners. Well, she's listening right now, so I'll just go for what I got here. Let me ask you a question, there, Kara. What do you think about this knucklehead that didn't stand up?
Oh God!
during
Don't get her started.
No, I want to hear what somebody
Okay.
from Iowa. Y'all know about football, right? There's a game called football, national.
just-
Well, I
NFL.
just feel like it's everybody's personal opinion, and you know, you can love your country and your people, and you don't have to love your government.
That's
Most
right.
of us don't love our government, and if all it takes is somebody set down to, you know, make people think about that, go on for it, you know.
So you're okay with him doing that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I am. You know what? It's for me. It's like
I don't get too upset or affected by anybody else's choices in life. I really don't, because it is a free country. It's a free world. We're all born free. Everybody can do what they want to, basically. I don't want somebody to tell me what I can and can't do, so I'm not going to oppose my beliefs on someone else.
okay. That sounds cool. Now I've got another question. Did you watch the VMAs? The video?
No,
musical?
because I don't really care for celebrities and a bunch of hyped up bullshit like that.
Yeah, and that's what they've all turned into lately.
But did you hear about West and getting up there for like 10 minutes and just jibber
And
jabber?
he's talking about Kanye, but he can't ever pronounce Kanye.
I can never say freaking Kanye. I swear to God.
I did see an article this morning on Facebook about MTV gave him so much time to say whatever he wanted, and I thought, What fucking idiots, MTV.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
you're
we're
the
live on the air, by the way.
Idiot,
Yeah.
you're just going to give him free airtime. That's ridiculous.
That's right. And we tried watching it, and because Stephanie read it, and it didn't sound right. So it's like, well, let's try to watch it. And it was just
worse.
like, stop and pause. He never really said anything consistent, and it was like 7 minutes of pure hell that we couldn't get back.
So what I'd like to do right now is I would like to give Kara 1 minute of airtime to voice your opinion on anything, the Olympics, Willy Wonka
Without
dying.
cussing.
Yeah, you can't cuss because we're live on the air in the morning. So you have 1 minute, Kara, that you can just, first time listener, you get to tell the world whatever's on your mind. How about that?
Radio rant.
Are you okay? So you let me know when you're about ready, and I'll start the time.
Okay, I'm trying to get my brain to think fast.
There you go. Yeah, take a moment. Take a moment. It's Iowa. I understand completely. A moment for y'all's like 2 hours. And
okay.
Are you
I
ready?
think I got it.
Are you ready? You let me know when you're ready.
Oh shit.
No, you
I'm
can't
trying,
cuss.
I'm trying to think.
No cussing. You can't cuss. We're on the air. We're live. And now you'll be on YouTube. We're live on YouTube as well, so you'll be able to go back and watch this with your family and friends once you get them out in the fields. Have you ever got lost in a cornfield?
No.
As a kid, I did.
I've been in cornfields. I used to have to do tassel. That lasted about a day and a half until I pretended to lose my shoe. I didn't have to work anymore.
Oh my God! Now, I imagine up there they have all the big machines now, right? I mean, it wasn't harvest time when I was up there; it was just growing in.
Mike, are you gonna let her have her minute? Or
I'm waiting for her to tell me.
Well,
when
she
she's ready.
did. She
Yeah,
said
I'm not that opinionated this morning, I guess.
Oh, no.
I really
you
don't
got
know
a
what
minute.
to say. I'm not.
You got
Don't
a minute.
listen. Don't worry about it. I mean, they give Mike a minute, and it really is only like 30 seconds. So don't worry about it. We get it. But thanks for listening in, though. I really do appreciate it. And hey, sport a sticker, man. Sport a sticker. We want all the attention we can get.
Yeah, no problem. And I do travel a lot. My next trip, I'm planning to go up to Minneapolis, so the sticker's going to go around more. So yay.
Well, give us a call when you're in Minneapolis and tell us something else boring.
Mike.
Okay, no problem. I'm full
Mike,
of those stories.
Okay, cool.
All right, well, I'll let you go so I can just listen in.
Yeah, thanks for listening.
Thanks for being a good
thanks for the
sport.
great listener, too.
And that was a great minute of your.
All right, see you later.
Bye.
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 Mike, you gonna
Why
pressure
don't
her
you
for
let
a
her
minute.
do a minute, man?
Dude, you wouldn't stop talking for her to do a minute.
I was just waiting for her to say go.
I know, but she just said she wasn't thinking fast this morning.
You gotta let people freaking voice their opinion. This is
She
grassroots.
couldn't voice her opinion. You wouldn't shut up.
Nobody else was talking to her.
Because you wouldn't shut up.
You told her to go, and then you wouldn't shut up.
You was flirting.
You was too busy flirting.
What's she look like? Do we have her Facebook?
You should love the people for personalities and not their looks. Sir.
Yeah. I'm all about that. Yeah.
Yeah, because we saw that video the other day where everybody was giving you pure halo.
Yeah. Yeah. I love personality in a bikini, by the way.
So I was just sitting here sending Jacob a thing saying if he could to reach back out to the people and see if he had a late night last night. The guest who was calling in had a late night last night doing a charity that they did for St. Jude's Children's Hospital. So hopefully maybe we can get them and reschedule it for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Anybody else got anything? We're at that 10:03 mark.
No.
I can't go back to that picture right now.
What is be sure to tune in tonight for the Angry American radio show.
Did you see that picture?
No, Mike.
Watch. I'm gonna go ahead and let it show. Mike lost it and I lost it. Oh my God!
Wow.
I can't believe that hasn't been turned in. All right, everybody. It's a picture. I can't tell. I can't. I'll take a picture of it and I'll send it to a couple people because I can't post it or share it because I'll get thrown off of Facebook.
It's a picture of the ape on another ape.
All right, here we go. Steph. Just for Fun Radio. Cantaloupe. Oh my God. All right, that was Jeff Mathias. Because I was gonna let you because we were too busy laughing.
Oh well, I didn't know who it was.
Nor did I, Stephanie. Nor did I.
Jeff's number?
No, I don't. Dude, Stephanie, the phone's right there.
But the picture is ape on ape action.
Shut up. Don't talk like that, you grosso. All right, we're
That's
out.
what it is.
We're out. We're out. Everybody have a great day. Don't do anything that Steph would do.
Or if you do it
I mean,
just
you
for
might
fun.
get away with what we do, but just don't do what Steph does.
And don't go to the farmer's market and buy cantaloupe.
And beware of any bush that only has one right-hand limb going to the right. I'm making fun of the family bush.
I don't know how we should
The
be saying
family
that.
bush. How horrible is that?
With this picture in front of me, it's hard not to comment, man.
I'm gonna send this to.
I'm gonna move that along, or I'm gonna say something and get us all in trouble. So.
Oh my God.
They get you?
No.
Oh, okay.
Tubby, tell me what the actual song is. So he's telling me to play a song, but he's not telling me the name of the song. So actually, tell me what name of the song it is.
It might be the I'm my own grandpa thing.
No. And I'm sending out to everybody who's listening. Well, the people that's been text messaging me. I'm sending them a picture of the stupid picture that we just saw that we can't really speak of.
Yeah, I can't even. And
Stephanie, could you stop? You weirdo.
If you put that on a page, you're probably gonna get Facebook jailed.
Oh yeah, I will be in trouble if I shared that picture. So that's why it's not going on Facebook and it's just going on some of my friends' pages. Stephanie, you can't control yourself, can you?
No, it's that Tourette's, I tell you.
It's Tourette's, I tell you. You son of a.
He's telling me, I told him I don't know what song he's talking about. And he goes, the other one.
Yeah, the other one.
Yeah, the other one.
That's what you say to a DJ. Hey,
Yeah.
you play that song I heard the other day?
So, Echo or I Got It. It's one of those two, son. You got to tell me which one.
You got to help a brother out. This ain't the NFL, man. We know.
Stand up and talk to me.
You can't just sit there, brother. We need you.
And see, Henry says he would share that on Facebook. I can't. You can go share that. I can't share that.
Hey,
I'll get in trouble.
Steffi Boo.
I keep getting locked in Facebook prison for a week or two.
What's going on with the wrestling scene? We haven't heard or seen much of those guys.
I don't know. I haven't talked to Heath in a while to see what was going on. I think he took kind of a leave.
He keeps saying, I know what the name is.
I hate when they do that. Just say the damn name and get over it.
Just tell me the name.
You typed out, you know the name. You could have just typed out the name.
That's what I'm saying. You could have just typed out what the name of it is.
Do you realize that we have wasted 14 seconds on this? This is radio. So you better cantaloupe the hell up.
I'm laughing. I'm just
You better cantaloupe the hell up.
What about
and yes,
honeydew?
Jacob, she dropped the F-bomb numerous times.
Honeydew.
No, stop it. No honeydew.
Watermelon.
No. Now you're just being a racist.
No, I'm not.
You are too.
Watermelon is better than cantaloupe.
Okay. Do you put salt on your watermelon?
I sure do.
Do you really?
My
I
nanny
never
puts
did that.
pepper on her cantaloupe.
Really?
I haven't tried that.
I've never done the salt. I see people do it. You know, in Sicilian families, my grandfather used to put salt when he poured the beer and it had a
Oh yeah, I
head.
put salt on my beer.
Do you really? Okay, that's weird.
But it doesn't make the head go away. It makes it fizz more.
Does it really? I thought it
Yeah.
made the head go away. I've never done it.
No, it makes it fizz more.
Really?
Stephanie?
I thought the sugar.
Be careful how you word that.
Well, I mean, we're behaving. We're talking about.
I mean, we're talking about Mike over here.
No, we're behaving. I've never done that. And last night I was drinking a 40 of Budweiser, and I noticed, that a 40 of cold beer like that is really nice.
Yeah, but it doesn't stay cold long enough.
Oh, it did for me.
Well, you probably downed it.
Yeah, well, it was about 5 good sips, and that's cool. But the thing about it is I don't know, man. I think I got to go back to the chilled mug, the frozen mug.
I'll tell you what.
Because
just for fun.
What kind of DJ are you?
I'm the kind that's sitting here trying to multitask and answer stuff and do stuff, and now he sends me a picture. So here's what he keeps sending me. He sends me a picture and the song. Stop. He sends me a picture and it shows the name of the song is What It Is. Okay, What It Is. He keeps saying to me, you know what it is the name. You know what it is the name. And I'm like, but originally he sends me this. And the other one to play is a song for her, dedicate to her. But you keep scrolling back up, and all it keeps saying is, and the other one, play You Know What It Is by Gorillaz. I don't know what it is. The way you wrote it like a sentence. Like, I don't know what it is. You goober.
What did you just yell?
That is the name of the song.
What it is the name of the song.
Who's on first?
Yeah, that's what I was.
That's what I was going to say.
Going on.
The name of the song is What It Is, not You Know What the Name Is. I don't know what it is.
I didn't say you know what the name is. I said you know what it is. The song is you know what it is.
You's an idiot.
Hey, can we get into a deep conversation?
You's an idiot. I bet if I wanted to play the Cupid Shuffle, you'd know what it was. The Cupid. Hey, I'm Tubby Styles, and when I'm hanging out here making all these signs, I'm jamming to DJ Scottie and the Cupid Shuffle, and ain't nobody listening to you. Watch this. He'll call back. I am trying to find that, by the way, but I can't find the clean version of it, so I do have to find the clean version.
Now, our guest that's coming from overseas, yesterday she told me her friend is picking her up, and I guess she's spending some time with her friend, and she's spending some time with you.
Okay, that's the first I heard. Okay.
Because I was just wondering.
Well, the people that I met her through live down at Lake Sinclair, so I'm sure she's going to spend a little bit of time down there.
There was a family issue, There's a little family issue there with them, so I'm probably not going to hang out too much there. We talked about that yesterday, so.
Yeah, I can't find the clean version of their song, sir, and I think that's the same problem I had once before, is why I don't have it loaded into the radio station, because I couldn't find a clean version of it. So there you have it, sir.
Well, okay, here's the deal with our friend.
Because he had me download a bunch of the Gorillaz earlier, like, 2014.
Listen to that crap. We're going to do some
I do
cooking.
apologize.
We're going to do some cooking.
Mm-hmm.
Meth?
No.
No, because she's already sent a box of goodies.
Yeah. So maybe.
Oh, so she's already mailed you some drugs.
We got to figure out where we're going to cook this stuff, because everybody really needs to try some of this German food.
Everybody's laughing at this picture.
What picture?
But I can't share it.
I know. Yeah, we got to be careful now, because they shut down the.
No. I'm sending it to them on their text messages.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, because you put that on the Just for Fun page, and they'll shut us down.
She says there has to be a clean version. I'm looking for it, and I can't find a clean version of this.
You're talking about a clean version of the song,
of this
or a clean
song.
version of that
Yeah.
picture? Because there ain't no
of this song. I'm looking for the clean version and what's considered clean / and then there's the other way of looking is for radio edit, and there isn't one. So
Jacob is professing his love to me, which, Jacob, I love you too. And I'm glad you live in another state, because long-distance relationships never work. Okay, thank you. He did send me a profile pitch for our Kara friend, and whoa.
Way to go,
what does that
Jacob.
mean?
Jeez.
Whoa.
Oh, you're gonna try to
he's a dirty old
you're
stalker,
you're now gonna try to make your way up there to the corns.
Hey, harvesting corn is a learning process. And
that's what they call it these days.
Hey, you call it whatever you want to. Kara, if you're still listening, sweetheart, just sent you a friend request. And whoa.
You do know that there may be a line that you're crossing here.
Why?
I mean, you're basically wanting to hook up with a listener.
I didn't say I'm wanting to hook up to her.
You're like, whoa.
Because she's gorgeous.
Yeah, but Mike, there's a boundary line here that you shouldn't cross.
Whatever. Until they lock me up, everything's okay.
Hey, the good thing is you are at least more than 5 hours drive time away. Mike would fall asleep trying to drive to get up there. Or he would make 14 days of traveling to get there.
Have y'all seen Jacob's new profile picture?
No.
It's an X-ray of a man on a toilet. His body, it shows the whole. This is awesome. Go to Jacob Gibbons and look at that.
I just did, and okay, maybe because a second ago it showed the Just for Fun logo.
Well, that's the back. That's the cover. But right there.
Oh, I see what you're saying now.
That is so cool, Jacob. You actually did something interesting for once.
Wow. A little slam-a-lama on the handicap man, is you?
What's going on with your computer?
I don't know. Everything's running slow.
Look, there it is.
It's a skeleton sitting on the toilet.
Isn't that cool?
No, that's not that big of a deal. I thought you were like going to really tell me something.
I think it's cool.
Okay, I'm just messing around.
So what's everybody going to be wearing for Halloween?
We're out of here.
I'm going to be a cantaloupe.
I need ghost hunters. Both of you.
Good luck there.
Because both of you said that you got a connection, so.
Well, yeah, but they're full of crap. I'm going to just go ahead and say it. They
Get them.
They won't talk about it.
Don't say they're full of crap and then ask them to come on the show.
Well, you know what? I believe in a lot of things. You invite me. You want me to talk about one of my topics? Invite me. I'll do it. I don't care what it is.
So, anyways, reach out to them, see if you can get them on the show.
They won't do it. They're chicken.
Reach out to them and ask them.
Blair Witch 2 comes out. 3. Blair Witch 3. Or it's
yeah, because the first two weren't sucky enough.
And this one, oh my God, So tomorrow I'll do some movie reviews.
Yes, Brett, I will agree to that.
What's up, Brett?
I'm not going to say it because we're trying to leave.
Okay, I thought
it'll start a whole nother conversation about you.
Oh, shut up.
And the world has enough to do with you.
I love
you. All right, we're out of here.
See ya.
10:15. Everybody, we'll see you tomorrow. Hopefully, I know that our guest caller was going to call in. Had a big charity last night.
Yes, for St. Jude's Children's.
So hopefully we can, I understand him sleeping. Golly, I can totally relate.
Oh, yeah, because he was on stage jamming out with Richie Sambora and Sebastian Bach.
See, wouldn't that be cool?
Ford and,
see?
Oh, my Lord.
So hopefully we'll get a call from him this week. I just didn't want to tell y'all tomorrow in case we can't get him tomorrow. He may already have previous booked arrangements or what have you. You know what I'm trying to say. So, look, let's get out of here. Next two songs, after our commercials, next two songs go out to Tubby and Nikki. We'll see y'all around.
Bye, y'all.
Bye on video, man. You know what they say in China, chow mein.